Please welcome the bad boy of radio, Howard Stern.
Thank you so much, David Brenner, from the now defunct David Brenner Show. The funky David Brenner Show. Thank you. We got to take a break, and when we come back, we'll start the program. We'll take some of your calls. We have a lot going on this morning, obviously, as we do every morning on this show. But we must take this short break. Good morning, blah, blah, blah.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
You know,
once again,
thank you.
Howard Stern.
You know, I'm sitting there in my office this morning, freezing my ass off. I said I shouldn't have to be freezing my ass off in the office.
When do you get to a point in your career where you just feel fine? Everybody takes care of your needs.
That's Tom Ciapisano.
You should have a plush office.
I don't even want a plush office.
Couches.
I don't want any of that. I just want some heat. I'm cold back there. I'm just freezing in the morning.
Well, what happened with this little space heater?
Well, now they put 2 in, and it blew out all the fuses. My office can't handle 2 space heaters.
That's true.
Yeah. It blew out this morning. Now we had no heat in there.
Because I know yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before that you just walked out? You couldn't even stay in there with a coat on.
I had my coat on this morning, and I keep drinking hot water to stay warm, but... And you got to keep moving around so you build up some sweat.
Yeah, so you have to get your hair done while you're running in place.
Yeah. You know, cavemen had heat. Do you know that? In their caves, they had primitive heat. It was fire. Fire, good.
Yeah, they found a little place to build it, and they always kept it going.
Yeah. I can't get heat back there. So cold.
And there is no heat in that room. That room just, I guess, doesn't go on the building heating system.
You got that right, Robin. One more day and we have vacation.
Yes, people keep faxing me asking when we're coming back.
That's a good question. I don't want to think about it. We're on the air. I mean, you're on the air.
Oh, I'm on the air. Listen, Robin said that it wasn't me on the telephone the other day. I was wondering.
It isn't you now either.
Oh,
it is too. It's Rodney.
Oh, will you behave?
Hey, Rodney, how you doing?
Oh, not bad. I tell you, you did great at the bridge scene. I tell you, it was unbelievable.
It's Rodney.
Yeah,
it is Rodney.
You don't believe me.
It really
you
is.
You gotta believe it. You have to be a believer, Robin. I'm surprised at you. Hey, Howard, she's been with you all these years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was nice talking anyway.
Hey, how you been, Rodney? You okay now?
Not bad, not bad.
How's your wife?
Excuse me?
How's your wife?
Is your wife?
My wife's doing good. She's working 2 jobs. She supports me.
Is that right?
Yeah, I never was much of a worker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. That was good hearing from you yesterday. I was a little concerned. You said you were going to jump off a bridge.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I'm getting depressed. I'm not making any money with my bar in Manhattan, you know?
Is that right?
It's tough, I'm telling you. My bartender fell asleep twice at the bar. 3 people walked out.
So you're not doing that good?
No, I'm not. I'm telling you. I'm looking for some shows here. I want to get on TV.
Is that right? You're going to be maybe being a pilot or something?
Yeah, they said something about a pilot series. I don't know, you know. It depends. I got to see my doctor. My blood pressure's been up pretty much the last couple of weeks.
Are there any jokes, or you just keep talking?
He's not much of a writer, is he?
I got a guy I want you to talk to. He's a friend of mine, Jackie.
All right, go ahead.
Listen, Robin, you're a good friend of mine. Don't worry about nothing.
Oh,
I'm over here.
All right, that's enough. No, that was really Rodney Dangerfield yesterday, not that guy. This is
I think it was that guy. That was Rodney.
This is Rodney. What Robin's referring to is Rodney Dangerfield called us yesterday. I'll play you the call. It's real quick. Here, listen.
Howard, Rodney Dangerfield's on a cellular phone. He's on the roof of his house, and he's going to jump.
Get out of here.
I swear to God.
Are you insane?
That's what he said.
Rodney Dangerfield.
How
do you know it's Rodney Dangerfield?
I know it's him.
You know that it's Rodney?
Yeah, I recognize his voice.
Do we have time to save Rodney? It's late.
Hold on. I say we let Rodney jump. Is this really?
I can't take it no more.
Hello?
Well, my movie came out. Siskel and Ebert. They gave me 1 finger up. I tell you, Howard, my psychiatrist, he didn't help either. I told him I got suicidal tendencies. He said from now on I have to pay in advance. And you too, Howard. How come you're not trying to stop me?
Hey, Rodney, first of all, Rodney, think about your wife and kids for a minute, because I know you got them.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm jumping.
Your wife and kids?
That's right, Howard.
Oh.
And Howard, you were the last straw, I'll tell you that.
Why?
You started rumors that I'm gay.
No,
I'm not gay, Howard. You know that.
I know
There's no
that.
gay in me at all. I'll tell you, the thought of me making love to a guy turns me off. It'll never happen, never happen. Maybe
Rodney.
Tom Cruise, I don't know, Howard, I don't know.
Rodney,
That's it.
don't-
I'm going, I'm jumping. Bye-bye, Howard.
Don't jump,
Bye-bye,
Rodney.
world.
Rodney, the world loves you.
I'm going.
The world loves you.
Look out below.
Don't do it. Rodney.
I
Very
don't
well.
know Rodney Dangerfield.
That was Rodney. That really was Rodney. That really was him.
That's a good impression.
No, that was it. Why are you saying that? Don't
I
even.
don't believe it.
It was him. First of all, Rodney called my house for a week planning that out. I know. Even when I tell her off the air it's him, she still doesn't believe it.
I think it was on recording, and that guy just worked up a good routine.
No. It was Rodney. What good is having Rodney?
That was live.
What good is having Rodney if it isn't Rodney? What?
I don't know if you want to deal with this before the holidays, but Ian's on the phone.
Yeah.
And it's just really funny because I don't even know what he's talking about, but he swears that he's, sober, and I swear I can hear him slurring his words.
Ian, I don't know if I'm in the mood for you, to be honest.
What, do you have a Christmas greeting for him?
You two guys go ahead and brown bee me any way
You're
you want.
so drunk.
Hammered.
He's hammered. You're hammered.
You're
I
more
thought you.
drunk than you
Yeah,
were
you tell me why I'm wrong.
The other day you called up and it was the first time you weren't drunk and you were not hostile and we actually had a legitimate conversation. And now here you are blasted again and you're all angry and now you're ready to be.
How do you know that I'm blasted?
Because I can tell. I know when somebody's
Come
loaded.
on.
You're loaded.
If I was loaded, I would not have been able to answer a question about what is the capital of New York State.
I didn't ask you that question.
Well, you did.
When?
Way back, like 2 years ago.
So you're still drunk from then?
Right. And I wasn't able to answer that it was Albany.
You know what's funny? When a guy like this calls in, Jackie looks like pained because he's like, oh, I wish I was drunk with him.
Yeah, I know that. I know that level.
I know. Oh, I wish I was there.
No, but Howard, I don't mean it that way.
What did you
I
drink?
really don't.
What did you drink this morning?
Listen.
What did you
I don't
drink?
want to talk about today. I want to talk about the past.
What did you drink this morning? Did you have your Prozac and orange juice?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I just came through my life the way I wanted to have it be, okay? Like, for example, like I told you before that I was twice divorced.
Right.
Big deal, okay? So to me it means like, the woman that I loved, the woman that I wanted to be with.
Miserable drunk.
I hate when a guy gets drunk
What?
and he starts, talking about his... Nothing, I was trying to understand you.
No, I want
When a guy gets drunk
you to understand
and he starts talking about his
how
woman.
it feels when you are in charge of your own life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't depend on anybody.
So, yeah,
you don't depend on your family. You don't depend on your children.
Poor bastard lost it.
You don't depend on anybody.
He lost everyone.
I mean...
He has no kid. His
well,
kids
who
don't
would
talk
stay around him?
Miserable wretch.
I don't want to be rambling, like you said to me, that I'm rambling.
Rambling.
I don't want
is he blasted?
So, if you have any questions to me, ask me.
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
No, go ahead.
That's all I have
ask
to say.
me.
All right, I'll ask him a question.
There
I don't
were
even have to ask him a
situations,
question.
like, for example, when this guy, Jim, no, not him. The guy who...
Jim Carrey.
No, yeah, but I don't want to continue on that.
All right.
When
Continue.
there was this guy
Continue.
who started that, Beavis and Butthead.
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge?
Yeah. Right.
It's a
And
trivia
he got
quiz.
a contract for like $2 million
Oh, now he's
with,
upset about that.
20th Century Fox.
Oh, he's
right?
upset about it. Oh, let's hear this.
He's a
To
better
do
cartoon.
things that he wants to do, blah, 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 blah. And you are very smart and very up to point, pointing out to, how easy it is to be in the business where anybody, like, that woman in Texas.
What's he talking about? Let's see. I'll try and figure it out. Hold on.
Or whatever her
What are
name.
you Ian, no offense. What are you talking about? I mean, you're saying that you're mad at Mike Judge?
No, I'm not mad at him.
Because he got $2 million?
I'm so happy that he did it because I love Beavis and Butthead.
Oh.
I really do.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Okay?
Okay.
But
So
what
what's
I'm
your
saying,
point?
that
So what are you trying to say about it, though?
that this creator of Beavis and Butthead all of a sudden got an offer from, 20th Century Fox,
You are so loaded.
No,
I've
listen.
never heard you this drunk.
No, listen.
What did you drink? Tell me and I'll listen.
You
What
don't
did
want
you-
to talk about that?
What did you drink?
Tell me you don't want to talk about it. I will shut up.
No, I want to talk about what you drank.
Nothing. Nothing.
You're high on something.
No,
Is
right
that
now
that
I am
medication?
high on appreciating, like I mentioned to you, my best friend.
You have a friend?
You have a best friend?
Yes.
Who?
And
Jackie Marlowe.
well, I told you last time about, what do you...
You're going to use foul language, I have
Yeah,
to
when
go.
you're drunk, you curse, you
Yeah,
know?
you're cursing because you're drunk.
No, homosexual bull. How do you say it that it passes all these,
Bull, that's fine, bull.
Okay.
The S word is...
Homosexual bull, okay?
All right, I got to
you
go.
You tried to say that.
All right, I'm going to leave
and
now.
you told me, and
right.
you told, Robin.
All right, I got to go. I can't take it. I'm begging for mercy.
This
Well,
is why
how
you're
about
alone.
if I shut up?
No, I got to
and
go.
You tell me how you feel
I
about
sense
it.
that okay. Here's how I feel about it. I sense the audience is becoming annoyed with you. It's funny for about a minute to hear it drunk, and then after a while it gets a little boring.
Then it borders on sad.
Yeah. I mean, what it is a guy droning on about nothing, no real important
But you
opinion.
think, listen.
No,
think
you know what it is? You look at me and you think you're me. You think that I just drone on about topics. I say things that interest people, and then when I'm done with it, I move on to another topic. You got into
No, you don't
all kinds of strange... No, I got to tell him.
He thinks he's making great conversation.
I know. You're a terrible conversationalist. You start talking about Mike Judge, no one knows what you mean. It sounds like you're angry at him, but then you love him, and then it's boring. It's a bore. That's why your family leaves you. That's why your two wives left you. That's why your kids won't talk to you. It's boorish. It's funny.
How do you know that my family left me?
You
I
told
don't want
me.
to talk about that. Forget about that.
You told me your family left you. You told me. You admitted it to me.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, so that's how I know.
Because my father is dead.
Yeah, that's because your father's dead.
My mother, who's alive, I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, well, you don't want to talk to anybody. Just me. I'm the lucky one. I'm the only one who seems to... Because I goof on you. I think it's funny to listen to a drunk.
Listen, you make yourself to look a lot better than you are.
Well, so what? At least I'm pulling it off. You're not. Give me your mother's phone number. I'll call her. Yeah, let me get... I want to...
It'll be very nice conversation, okay? I don't think she would understand what you're saying.
I want to speak to the woman who spawned you. I want to meet that. I want to meet the mess that spawned you.
That was funny.
Right.
That was a funny thing that you said.
Right. Well, there you go. All right. So you have a good day. You'll have a good laugh, okay?
No, but listen.
No, I don't want to listen.
Go to sleep. It's time for you to go to sleep.
It's time to sleep it off.
I don't need to go.
Is your mama drunk, too? Is your mama drunk?
My mama never drank.
Yeah. Well, what's your
her
excuse?
whole life. My father drank
Of
a
course.
lot.
To get away from you and your mother.
No, my father drank a lot.
So you want to be like him? You must admire your father.
I would like to be like him because
Yeah,
he was racing the motorcycles and he was
Right. All right.
making it.
Good. Okay. Very good. That sounds very pathetic. It sounds like you want to.
Very pathetic.
You aspire to be a drunk and you aspire to turn everyone in your life off.
But Howard,
your children, your wives, everyone. No one wants any part of you.
Howard,
it's just pathetic.
Howard, if we can,
all right, thank you.
And if we can, or if you want to, have an exchange. Okay?
No, I'm telling you, it's dull. It's enough.
Listen,
you're not at your best today. I have to go. I have to leave you now. You'll have to talk to the wall.
I don't mind.
Yeah, you have to go talk to the wall.
I don't mind.
All right, you must go talk to the wall.
I don't mind it at all.
Right.
Because you think it's a wall. But in my life,
It's a friend.
I don't see any wall.
Right. You see a friend. You on the wall. You see a friend. Talk to your friend. I don't care what you call it. You want to call it? You call it a wall. You call it a friend. Call it
whatever you want to call it.
You see a blur. You see a blur.
Yeah,
you
right.
understand? Okay.
And it has nothing to do with show business.
Right.
It has nothing to do with, like, what you were talking about yesterday.
See, here he goes. Here he goes.
He never stops.
He never stops. It's nothing to do with show business. What is he talking about, show
You're
business?
not in show business.
Howard, you remember what you said yesterday?
I know I'm not in show business, Robin, but you don't have to bring it up.
Somebody can come into your business with no credentials.
Going back.
With nothing. With nothing.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know
about show business.
About show business? What credentials do you have?
Didn't you say yesterday
yes.
that anybody, like, you know, I don't want to mention the name because I want to make them to feel bad.
Who is the name?
Like, for example, Wayne, you know, with that movie, you know,
Damon Wayne?
Down.
All right, listen, I can't interpret what you're saying. Please. Low Down Dirty Shame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
What about him? He's in show business. You're not. What are you commenting on show business?
I'm not saying
you
that.
are. What are you in the computer business?
When you and Robin.
Why don't you comment on computers?
Listen to this, okay?
Yeah.
When you.
All right, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Talk to the wall. Not
people come to your business.
Yes.
In show business.
Yes, I know what I said. There are people who are in show business who have no qualifications, but it's a stupid business. Thank you.
Exactly.
That's what I said. I don't know what you're saying.
So why do I have to repeat that?
You don't.
No one asked you to do anything. I want you to go talk to the wall. I want to go to my show.
Why don't you see it?
I don't want to see it. I have no desire to see it.
Right, you don't want to see it because...
I'll see it on video if it's any good.
So why don't you do the
I don't have to run out to a theater to see that. Why, I got to run out to a theater to go pay money to see something I don't want to see?
Howard.
What, because I'm in show business? What, are you insane?
Howard.
Now I know you're drinking.
Howard, I don't want to ask you those stupid questions.
Well, then why are you bringing them up? You asked it, and then you say it's stupid.
But when you get up your courage, okay?
Yeah.
And you ask people like somebody like, you know, that woman who...
What is this, a trivia contest? Why do I have to guess every woman and man that you think of? Who is that woman?
Yeah.
Why don't you know the name?
Woman who used to have been a girlfriend of O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, Paula Barbieri.
Tani Kitane.
Why do I have to have a trivia contest?
Didn't you see her at the wedding of
the Trump wedding?
There is no hanging up on him.
Donald Trump?
Darla Trump. Listen, I got to go.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Didn't you see her there?
Yes, I saw her there.
And wasn't she, like, very cozy with O.J. Simpson?
All you do is repeat my life. I don't understand why I have to sit here and guess what you're talking about.
Okay, and now you're talking to your listeners about how she wants you.
Yes.
So
what are you saying?
Well, how do you feel about it?
Do
you feel
you know what's funny about you?
She was honest.
You know what's funny about you? You know what's funny about you?
No, listen.
You ramble for 10 minutes about a topic nobody cares about, and then I say, what's your point? And you go, well, do you have a point on it?
Yeah, okay.
You don't even have a point. You have no point of view. You're a bore.
Okay.
I don't mean to insult you, but this is you. No one ever tells you what you are. That's why.
No, you can insult me anytime you want to.
Thank you. All right. Can I go now?
Go ahead and insult me.
All right. Am I allowed to leave now?
Of course you are.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good. Whew. The guy don't let me off. He don't let me off the phone.
When he gets it's amazing because the last time we did talk to him was the only time we've talked to him sober.
Yeah.
And he was so lucid.
I'm not going to talk to a drunk for 15 minutes. All right. We have to take a break, and I apologize. Yeah, I apologize for that last call.
But maybe that's a good lesson to people who drink. That's what you're like.
Every once in a while.
What?
Every once in a while, it seems like he's almost going to say something.
Yeah. He almost gets to a point, and then So what do you think? What is he? He goes like this. He says like this.
So
you know that the girl who was
From
in
Texas.
you know that girl from, from your friend from that way. So then I'm going, okay. All right. My father's getting old, and he don't remember anybody's name either. He sits there at the table. I have him over. Yeah, I have him over there. He goes, "Who's that?" He goes, "Who's that girl from that movie?" Come on. And he gets mad at me because I don't know the answer. It's like Mad Libs, the whole conversation. Who is that girl who you saw? Now, not only doesn't he know the name of the girl, he don't know the name of the person.
Wedding.
He don't know the name of the wedding where I saw it. You went to that wedding, OJ's, Paula Barbieri. No.
Didn't you see her at the wedding?
Yeah. Dude, get it out. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Who?
Who is that?
What is that, Metallica or something?
No, I think it's White Zombie.
White Zombie? Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he goes... That guy from White Zombie. Do we have that CD?
I don't know. That's from Ralph's collection, I think.
I think that's from my collection.
Oh.
But I brought it back home.
I just noticed that it got Jackie to start rocking in his chair, so I said, they must be good.
Oh, hey, White Zombie, I'm a fan.
I want Jackie to know who he was rocking out to.
This is Jackie's music. Oh, very good. All right, anyway, later on in the program today, Intern Jeopardy, and we'll be speaking with Nancy Sinatra, daughter of Frank Sinatra, later on in the program.
Today?
Yeah.
And we're also looking for people to come to our Christmas party, right?
We were going to have a Christmas party tomorrow, but the best I've gotten so far is... Now, the guy who has all the girls that I could tickle, is he coming down? I don't even know what we got for this party.
Maybe we have nothing.
We might not even have a party. We'll be dressed up in our Santa outfits, and no one will be down here. I did get a fax from a woman claiming to be General Westmoreland's daughter.
And what does she want to do?
She wants to come down to the party, but...
I mean, what does she do?
Nothing, except be General Westmoreland's daughter.
Well, maybe we ought to call her.
My father was in charge of the military forces between 1964 and 69.
He was your commander-in-chief.
Yeah, in Vietnam. I would have laid down my life for that man. Maybe she'll march around the studio nude. I don't know. She's not like a stripper or anything. She's married and like a regular lady.
I didn't think that General Westmoreland's daughter was a stripper, Howard.
Yeah. I think you have a unique set of circumstances yourself, and I'm not sure this is up your alley, but if you'd be interested in the subject matter for your show, I would certainly be willing to give it a go.
What subject matter?
Being General Westmoreland's daughter.
Oh.
And she says she has an unusual set of circumstances, just that her dad was she's the child of a veteran. I've been writing about it for 10 years now.
I haven't read one word.
No. Running for 10 years, she says, I lived in Vietnam for a year, wrote about my experiences. I was 9 years old, blah, blah. I mean, I don't see that as a Christmas party kind of thing.
No.
So maybe she just wants to, I don't know, no offense.
Thanks for the letter.
Yeah, I mean, General Westmoreland might be kind of cool to interview, but I don't know about his daughter. It's sort of like interviewing like the Three Stooges kids, It's like...
Well, we've gotten past that, haven't we? We used to have to staff the show with guests by saying, have you opened the door for Madonna? But now we can get Madonna.
Yeah, right. Now we can actually get these people, so we don't need to have the daughters or doormen of the stars. Yeah. So, that's that. Now, what did I have to tell you? Damn. Just had something cool in my mind, but... Anyway, so if you want to be at our Christmas party, Gary, I can't get an answer from this kid.
Where is he?
Is there?
We did tell people they could continue to call him in the office yesterday, but I don't know if he got...
No, he didn't get any calls. I know that much. But I'm just wondering, the guy who was going to bring down a couple of girls to have me tickle, is he coming down? Because otherwise we have no party.
The guy who sent the picture?
Yeah, the guy who sent the picture.
Yeah, he was the centerpiece.
Yeah, he was the centerpiece of the party. And Lonnie from Scores said he'd send in some strippers, but, you know.
They're coming late.
Yeah.
The Tickle guy's coming. He said he's bringing 2 people with him, but I think it might be a girl and another guy.
He's bringing a girl and a guy?
I think so. I think so. I have to double check.
I thought he said he could get 2 girls.
I think he said he's bringing 2 friends, and I just have to double check what that means. But and the bridge jumper is hopefully coming tomorrow with his family. I'll get one.
Yeah, well, Dominic said he arranged that, so therefore it won't happen. Because Dominic likes to call regularly and get everyone all charged up about something stupid, and then...
Because Dominic said he was going to call me last night to make sure, you know, we can get the bridge jumper, but we wanted his wife and
Dominic called my house for like 2 days straight.
I gotta talk to Howard. Because I got it all arranged for Friday. The bridge jumper, the guy who Howard saved his life, he could come on the show. I got it all arranged.
And I said, you know what? I don't even want to talk to him. Just have him call Gary, because he's so full of it. He always calls up with, like, people that he's going to have, it, you know, and then he never shows up.
Well, he swears he's on this.
Yeah, but he swears he's on it all the time, so I don't have to deal with that.
And other than...
And I don't know why he wants to call me. You're the guy who books the guests. He wants me to somehow, you know, thank him or something.
You have to put your hand on his head.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, like, carry on like a maniac that Dominic is saving the show.
He really does love you.
Yes.
He really does. He's always seeking acceptance from you.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just like, it's obnoxious.
Get over it already.
Yeah, don't call me. You know, no one else calls my house to tell me that a guest is coming. I just call Gary. What do you want me to do with you?
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get the jumper down there, and then I'll come on and I'll say like, and then you'll say, and then I'll say, and then I'll say this, and then you'll say that.
I say, shut up! Don't you have to represent people?
Isn't he a lawyer?
Oh. The only way he'd love me more, the only way he'd love me more, is if I was a donut that he could eat. What is that supposed to be, Fred?
It's supposed to be a bite sound.
Yeah, oh, please. Lose that.
I'm sorry.
It's awfully annoying and not funny.
Okay.
A bite sound effect. I don't even know what that is.
That was biting into some
Hanna-Barbera.
kind of nut.
We can bite of Fred's head. Fred from Mars.
And the only other offers...
It's Fred from Mars.
He's a man from Mars on Earth to tackle.
Fred's coming out of his shell. Fred, go back in.
He's a man from Mars and he's extremely clever. Brilliant but kind in every endeavor.
That noise is Fred coming out of his shell.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what it is.
That's Fred breaking open a hatch on his spaceship.
Fred hatching his shell. Very good.
Oh, boy, it's a war.
So I'm going to bring down the guy who tried to jump from the bridge. Then I'll say this, and then after I say that, Howard, you'll say this, and then I'll bring him in, and then I'll try and get the wife and the kids.
And Friday will come and go, and he'll never come in, and that'll be the end of it.
He won't call.
Yeah. You know, Colin Ferguson, the Long Island Railroad shooter, is in court more than Dominic.
I'll call and you'll call and I'll call.
Does more lawyer work.
Yeah. What?
The only other offers that we got was a girl who wanted to get her belly button pierced on the show, which we thought was sort of dull.
Yeah.
And General Westmoreland's daughter.
Yeah, I know. I talked about that.
That's it.
Yeah. Can't believe it.
Slim pickings.
You know what it is? Unless we think of a category, nobody calls in.
Like, you got to say, we're looking for people who
can do this or that.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, if nobody calls, then we'll just not have a party. I'll just do the tickle thing. That'll be our party. That's my party.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I think you found an amazing way to... we were talking about this the other day, but you really enjoy the tickling thing. I mean, you're not doing it for the air.
Love it.
I think you found an amazing way to have this deviant behavior and do it every day.
Yeah. And my wife doesn't say anything.
I mean, you're buying that
care
thing.
less that you're tickling women.
I'm buying a whole tickle apparatus. I'm buying a stockade. If I could figure out how to have intercourse, that would be the one way to really...
Without her getting upset.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, yeah, well, we were tickling, and then it happened. You know, something. Some way to have intercourse without my wife being mad would be perfect. I had to do it for the show, honey.
See this house we live in? That's because of intercourse.
Yeah, right.
For the ratings.
Yeah. I did that for ratings. I did that so we could live, so our family could eat. Well, I don't know. Trust me on this. If I don't do this stuff, then no one will
It's
listen.
for the radio. I really don't like to do it.
Yeah. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi. I mean, hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. 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 Every day. Hello. 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 Hello.
Is this a recording?
Yeah, it's a recording. You drunk?
Who am I speaking to?
Hello?
Who am I speaking to?
Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Hello? 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 Who am I speaking to? Hello, is this Howard?
Recording now.
Hello, is this Howard?
No.
Howard, is this Howard?
I'm not Howard.
Oh, yeah, hello, is this Howard? Who am I speaking to? Who am I speaking to? Wait, you can't
You're
figure out
not Howard.
who you think is speaking to you.
Well,
Hello?
hello?
You're on the air.
How come you're talking and we're on the air?
Hello, how come you're talking and we're on the air? Because
You're
that's
right,
what I
am
do.
drunk tonight, Howard.
What?
I am drunk tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have been trying to get a hold of you for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you got a hold of me and you're drunk.
Well, I am, but so 2 weeks.
Oh, come on. Let me just hear a question or something or a statement.
My argument is 2 weeks ago, you said something. I usually agree with you all the way. I fight for you all the time because I own a bar. I own a little redneck old fogey's bar that I inherited from my mother, and I'm always sticking up for you. But you said something the other day about drunk drivers that really upset me. And since you have so much influence, you should stop picking on drunk drivers and start helping drunk drivers.
What, can we give them their keys?
You know what I want to say to you?
No, don't give them their
I want
keys.
you to shut your stupid mouth.
No, start affordable.
You are stupid as a wall.
I am not stupid.
What are you, insane?
No, affordable transportation, that's all.
No, you want me to, what do you want me to advocate?
Affordable transportation.
Affordable
Have you ever heard of walking? That's the most affordable transportation.
You ever heard of not drinking? You lush. I mean, do you ever hear such a dumb statement?
It is not dumb.
And you know what dumb people try to do? They try to drink.
I'm talking about the average.
You're a bore. You know what? Dumb people drink so they can blame it on the alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't.
Oh, no, I'm not blaming on the alcohol.
Stupid. I'm just drunk.
I'm talking about stopping after work for one, and all of a sudden you have 2 or 3, and you have a good time. Next thing you know, bam.
Bam what?
You're drunk.
Yeah.
And then if you drive home, you get a DUI, and it costs you $3,000.
So what do you want me to advocate? Now you got my curiosity.
I want you to stop picking on
drunk drivers.
If you drive and you're drunk, you're stupid. We need to start finding ways for affordable transportation.
All right, let me get this straight now.
People need to drink, Howard.
Right, let me get this straight.
No, they don't need to drink, but it happens.
Right, let me. All right, so let me get this straight.
And had a good time.
Right, let me get this straight.
Bam, you're drunk. You got to get home.
No, it just doesn't happen. We're not out of control like you. Listen,
no.
why don't you make provisions to be driven home by someone who's sober, you fat cow?
Don't call me a fat cow, because actually I'm very thin.
Yeah, I bet.
I work very hard.
Got a big gut on you, you big ugly sow. Let me tell you something about you, how despicable you are.
No, I'm not.
You call up my show and waste my time.
I'm not wasting your time.
You're wasting my time. You sound like a moron.
It's a very good issue.
Do you ever hear of a public bus? That's a public bus. There's transportation.
We don't have public buses.
You don't have ones, and you start one. You're probably 35.
Yeah, if you own the bar, why don't you have a little bus to take
How old are you?
Home?
How old are you?
You know what? I think.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
And you probably look 65.
Probably because I work 18 hours a day.
Yeah, no kidding. How can you be productive the way you're so juiced? Where do you stand on heroin shooting and driving? Do you think we should shoot heroin and drive?
No,
Well, sometimes it happens. Sometimes I shoot a little.
I think you have so much influence. I think. Saying,
the reason I have influence is because I make sense, unlike you.
Oh, you make a lot of sense.
You're damn right I do.
And
And you make no sense.
Yes,
you are
I
the
do.
opposite of me. And in the dictionary next to opposite is your picture and my picture. All right, thank you for the call.
No, really, I'm serious.
Yeah, I know you're serious. That's so pathetic about you. You're pathetic.
He doesn't agree with you, so
I'm not pathetic.
You're stupid.
No, I'm not stupid.
You're very stupid. What did you go to college?
The reason why I got you tonight is because I'm drunk and I'm wired.
Did you go to college?
For a year, but my mom.
Your mom what?
My mom got sick and.
Yeah. And what?
Oh, boy.
Your mom got sick and what? And vomited?
No, she died.
She died. So what, are you crying about that now?
When did this happen?
Oh, stop.
No, I'm just wondering.
Guess she's not coming to the party.
If she ever has children, I hope they get them out of state. Drunks calling me at all. I don't even mind drunks calling me in the 9 o'clock hour, but in the 6 o'clock hour, it really pisses me off. Did you go to college? And she starts crying.
Did that happen 10 years ago?
Yeah. Her mother died of embarrassment is what she died of. Some people live on the animal on the level of an animal. They actually exist really almost like dogs. They react to simple stimuli. There's really not a whole lot of thought in their head. They read books, but they read like romance novels. You know what I mean? And they don't really even get what you're saying to them, and they just kind of live their lives, and they cry over little things. And
it's like a Pavlov dog syndrome. You mention mother.
Yes, they know to cry when you mention the mother. Baby, call me. Howard, I'm serious. This is the most important thing on her mind.
She's drunk and she's wired, and she's advocating, what?
The most important thing on her mind is, I gotta go. If I go and I have a few drinks, they should provide transportation, cheap transportation.
Bam!
Bam.
Bam, you're drunk.
Sit home and drink. All right. I got to take a break. I tried. Listen, people say to me, why don't you go to the phones? I try to go to the phones. I can't handle it. All right, I admit it. I can't handle it. We'll take a break.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Who's that? No good.
Kiss.
Is that Kiss? All right. I wanted to... No, I'll talk to you later. What is it?
Just spoke to Dominic Barbara.
Yes.
He just said, if his client could give him a call so he could arrange everything.
So why does he say he's doing it?
Well, no, he has been in touch with his client, but he just hasn't heard from him in a little bit.
Oh, all right, okay.
Make contact with him.
Yeah.
Because he's got some special things for it. He's got some special things for his client.
Good, that's good. Special things for his client. Who cares? No, he calls me up and he's done this to me at least 50 times.
We did it a lot with the Butterfugo.
Yeah, every minute.
Joey's going to be...
I said, fine, but don't waste my time. If you're serious, okay.
Joey's going to... When Joey gets out of jail, we're going to drive him right to the studio, and we're going to... and then we're going to...
He went...
It's a done deal, Howard. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.
I can tell you exactly how it went. He went from he's going to come right out of jail to he's coming over to the New Year show to he's coming over to your birthday show to we finally got him in Cleveland in like April.
Yeah, and I didn't ask for any of these appearances. I said, who needs these appearances? Just if he's coming, great. If not, don't call me.
But Dominic's working hard on this other thing. He really
I know he's working hard on it, but he's just got to,
call us when it's done.
Right. There you go. Now you're talking, pal. I have a million things to do. You want to just settle something real quick? You want to do the intern thing first?
Why not?
Okay.
I've been waiting for this.
All right, this will take me all of 5 minutes to figure out. I have 3 dopey interns. I got Stuttering Vic, I got Basil, who got out of jail, and I got Chris, who walks around here like he's the smartest thing on the planet. Meanwhile, he goes to community college. The 3 of them walk around here all day and argue.
They're constantly arguing about who's smarter.
Who's smarter? Constantly. Who is smarter? You want to find out who's smarter? Let him play Jeopardy. I'll give him 5 minutes to play, and then we'll see who the smartest intern is.
Well, who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think will win?
Yeah.
I don't even know these.
Guys?
No.
I don't know them.
See, I know them.
Chris annoys me in the men's room, but he stopped doing that. Basil scares me when I look at him, and Stuttering Vic is just goofy. I can't imagine that any of them are intelligent.
Well, of course you know that Basil goes to Columbia.
Right.
In fact, as of last night, he's a Columbia graduate.
He graduated last night?
Last night.
Was he in jail while he was going to Columbia?
That's a good question.
Prep school.
I don't think so.
No, he was in prep school.
Yeah.
But his big thing that he ended his senior year on is he wrote a play, and they did a reading of it last night.
Oh, really?
And the whole play's about when he was in jail.
I got to hear this.
And I didn't see all of it, but he had it with him, and somebody said the word nigger was in it a lot.
He told me the teachers found it brilliant.
Really? Yeah. What, nigger? I've been saying that for years. See that, Robin?
You're brilliant.
And everyone says I'm nothing.
Before you. You didn't go to Columbia. That's where they would discover you're brilliant.
I just saw Gorilla reading it.
Yeah.
So far, I've counted nigga 19 times on this page.
All right, listen, bring in the three of them and we'll do it. Who do you think will win, Stuttering John?
You
know these guys. I don't.
I'm going to go with Stuttering Vic.
Stuttering Vic,
Bad move.
Who do you bet on?
I'm going with Chris, big time.
Chris?
Really?
Yeah, but he goes to community college.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't make you stupid.
Whoa.
Let me tell you something. Vic doesn't.
Come on in, guys.
He's not like Vic can like do a computer thing, but he's not sharp. He's not quick. You have to be quick to answer.
Right. You saying Chris is smarter than Vic?
No, but he's smart enough and he's quicker.
And everyone agrees that Basil's a moron?
No. I don't know. I just don't know if Basil can get on the buzzer quick.
I see.
You know, you have to play the game as well as know the answers.
I don't know. You know, Chris appears to be smart because he walks around like he's smart, but he might be a guy who's just trying to prove he's smart.
Do you know that Chris is a writer, that he writes for a newspaper? Not a great one, but hey.
That doesn't mean, I knew a guy in college who was a moron, wrote for the New York Times.
Really?
Yeah.
They still do.
I was 50 times smarter than him. He just had the ability to write. It's like an idiot savant thing. He had an ability to write down the facts in a certain order.
I have not been impressed by any of them, so I don't know.
You know what I think?
Listen, I don't know one from the other. You could take all these interns and make them interchangeable. Don't make a difference.
And in 6 months, you won't even remember their name.
That's right.
I think Chris is too confident, though, Gary. That's what.
No, he's not. He hasn't been bragging or anything.
Chris lives. Chris the intern lives. This is the way I say. Chris the intern lives to get on camera and to get on microphone.
True.
So this is like his payment. This is what he's waiting for. So he doesn't care whether he wins or loses.
I mean, you act like it was my idea. So.
What?
You act like it was my idea.
Hey, you're here. It's not your idea.
I think it wasn't it Basil's idea?
Basil, was this your idea?
It is. He wrote the
Get on the microphone.
Wait a second. It was his idea.
Was this your idea?
Oh, how about that?
Oh, it was your idea.
Oh, boy.
No, he came to me one day and he said, hey, how about Intern Jeopardy? So obviously, why would you create something if you didn't think you could win it?
Vic, Stuttering Vic, do you have any ability in this area? Do you think you will win?
I think
I'm sorry, I can't hear anybody. I have no microphones. Look what I got for equipment. I can't wait to get out of here. I just can't wait.
I think you got a B position.
I can't wait to get out. 10 months and counting. It's a joke. Go ahead. What?
I was about to say that I think I have a fair chance.
You think you have a fair chance?
I believe I have a fair chance, yes.
You watch Jeopardy on TV?
Yes.
And you think you can play the game?
I know I can play the game. I don't know if I'll know all the answers, but I know I can play the game.
All right.
He can't answer the question.
He can do the physical part.
Stuttering an Indian. All right, Basil. And you think you're going to win? Does anybody want on this? Make it interesting?
No. I don't think we're going to bet too high, though. It's kind of shaky, though.
Yeah, I have no idea who has any brains in their head.
Nobody knows these guys well enough to know how smart they are.
All right, you guys obviously argue in the hall all the time about who is the smartest, right?
No, Chris argues. Me and Basil just laugh at him.
I see. All right, you and Basil laugh.
I think we should say that the favorite is probably Chris.
Really?
Yeah, as far as knowledge and stuff goes.
Is that true, Basil? All of a sudden, Basil's not a big shot. He was saying how he'd win.
Mr. Columbia.
Can you wipe the lip gloss off your lips, Basil?
Here was Basil's night. He put on his play, went to a bar, brought everybody a round of drinks, and came here.
Oh, is that right? Are you drunk?
No, I'm not.
What play you put on? You mean you graduated college?
Play.
You graduated college just doing a play?
No, I did a lot of other stuff as well. But
let me hear some of this play. What is it, a one-man show you had to write?
No, it's got 5 characters.
Let me hear you say something like an actor. What do you want to be, an actor?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Definitely. I came up to New York to get into the acting business, and I was a theater major at Columbia specializing in acting.
Good luck.
Thanks.
He was all bummed out that he didn't get to do a part in the reenactment of the jumper.
Wasn't it a shame? Hey, right place, right time. Yeah.
Oh, were you in there, Chris?
Yeah. I was Lieutenant Delaney.
Oh, was that you?
Chris is now nominated for an ACE Award.
Good work, Chris. Well, Chris gets in there. He hustles.
That's ridiculous.
I bet you Chris will be a famous actor. You're going to be nothing.
He'll get picked up. He's going to be doing commercials.
So let me hear your... So what did you do? You wrote a play for your graduation?
Yeah.
And you used the word nigger?
You have to do a thesis project.
Now, how did you work the word nigger in 19 times, I understand?
Obviously, you've never been to jail.
No, I have not. I have not been to jail. Although that lip gloss you're wearing must have gone over big in jail. with all the
very popular.
With all the so-called niggers, as you say. So
no, I mean it's you gotta write with reality.
Is that right? All right, let me hear some of this play. Let me hear what's so brilliant.
Where is your play? I thought somebody was out there reading it. Bring it in.
I don't have a copy with me.
Oh, well, let me hear it. Let me hear some lines. You must have memorized it.
All right, let's see.
Now, is this taking place in jail?
Yeah.
All right, now you are in jail right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let us imagine a jail, if you will.
What is the scenario? I mean,
okay, the scenario is it's 2 African Americans, 2 white guys, and a female sergeant.
Uh-huh.
A female sergeant in jail?
Yeah.
How'd she get in there?
She was working.
She's guarding you.
Yeah,
you actually had female guards?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Were you able to have sex with any female guards?
No. I mean, I pretty much wasn't allowed to talk for that whole month.
Because what, the black people kept you from talking? They told you not to talk?
No, but I didn't want to.
Oh, really?
Didn't want to call attention
like there's like a scene where I picked up this guy's newspaper. I went in his cell and picked up his newspaper, and he almost throttled my buttocks. Yes.
No kidding. Was you a black guy?
Yeah.
You picked up a black guy's newspaper?
What's wrong with you?
I've been lifting weights and like trying to get big for like the year before I went to jail. I knew I was going. And I got really big. I worked out hard and stuff, and I was like, I'm going to go in there with a little confidence. My father was like, if anybody gives you any lip, suck them in the jaw. Just take the extra month.
Right.
I walked in there.
Man, your old man sounds like
he's about that sphincter just closed right up.
Is that right?
It was scary, man.
His sphincter closed up. Wow.
What was it doing?
Yeah.
He was really looking forward to going to jail.
So were you always weird, or did jail make you weird?
I think jail was the best thing that ever happened to me, really.
So you try to go in there bold, and then right away the black guys put you down?
As soon as I walked in there.
Because the prison system is just pretty much black, and the thing is that they run the prison. And quite frankly, it's almost the opposite of what the white man used to do to the black man.
It's like the prison is the place to go if you're black.
Prison is the best place to be if you're black. That's why we encourage all black prisoners to go to prison.
It's reverse racism in there.
Is it?
And that's what a play was about. That, but
well, you know what it is. You got to protect your turf in there. See what I mean? Everyone's actually.
You got to be placed on the totem
living
pole.
by street law.
Right? Yeah, street law, Basil.
Everybody was asking, "Is this autobiographical?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, why didn't your character have any lines?" I was like, "I didn't talk in jail. Why should I?"
All right, let me hear something from this. Let me hear this nigger stuff. All right, go ahead.
So who's talking?
Who is talking right now?
Okay, this character would be Fuzzy.
All right, Fuzzy. Fuzzy was your girlfriend in prison?
Or your protector?
Who is Fuzzy? Fuzzy's an inmate?
Guy almost kicked my butt.
All right, Fuzzy. Go ahead. Let me hear Fuzzy.
All right. Okay.
Will you be a black man now as you do this? All right, go ahead.
Okay, you're acting, so be black.
Yeah, be black. Vic, try to.
Never mind. I'm not even going to get into this.
Want to play along with this?
No, go ahead. Let me hear you so-called actor. I'm giving you a chance to act on television.
Why don't I bring in some dialogue and have you all read it?
Just do it. You memorized the thing. Don't act naive with me.
Memorize it.
You didn't?
No.
You lived it. Let's hear something.
Chris, you know what? You're shaking your head and you're right. This is a guy who wants to be an actor. He's mad you got a shot on the E! channel as an actor. I give him a chance to act. This is what I love about guys. This is why you won't be an actor. I give you an opportunity to act. I don't want to act. I can't act. Act! Let me see this. Act.
All right.
You know how many people in Hollywood watch this? You interns, I tell you, I give you a shot.
Yeah, this is your shot on E!
I give them a shot. I can't act.
They freeze up.
How are you going to act if you can't act?
I don't want to destroy the words of my play.
When you walked in here, did your sphincter just close up?
Yeah. Did you shrink? I don't even know what he was talking about.
You say one thing and it gets stuck with you. And I don't want to mess this up, man. This was my senior thesis. It took me 7 years of undergraduate work.
So let me hear it.
All right.
7 years it took you to get through college?
Yo, what are you doing with that paper?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. That's it? No wonder everyone beat your ass.
That's me. All right, I walk in. I pick up a paper.
It's my paper.
Yo, what are you doing with that paper, nigga?
He called you nigger?
Yeah. Nothing, I'm just picking it up. Is that your paper? No. That's right, it's my paper. I pay for that paper every month. It ain't your paper. What do you think? The block gives us niggas in here free paper? Well, I just thought it was the block's paper. Next time you ask my permission before you take that paper.
Very nice.
I'm glad you picked that scene.
Sounds like Robin with her interns.
Get your hands off my paper.
What is this, Scott?
I saw the play last night.
Oh, you were there? Yeah. Well, how come you have so much free time? What are you doing there?
It was late. It was 7 o'clock.
And you went over to see Basil's play? And was it good?
Well, it's a weird thing because it's a reading. It's not a play.
Oh, I see.
So it's everyone's sitting around reading from the script.
I see.
You know.
Was it brilliant?
Was it brilliant?
What was it brilliant? I was a little tired, so I don't think it made the brilliant aspect.
I just got panned on the air.
But the odd thing is at the end of the play, I don't know if Basil went over this, but the fantasy was that all the inmates were in love with the white prison guard.
I see.
The female.
Yeah, the female, yeah.
I see. Yeah. All right, very good. That sounds like a good play. Very good, Basil. Congratulations. All right, it's time to play.
I have to go back for a second. It took him 7 years to get through college?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
He's an Ivy Leaguer.
Yeah, he went to Columbia. It's not easy.
You just got a regular old...
Columbia was the first college to accept me.
How old are you, 30?
25.
Are you 25?
Yeah.
So you're a graduate of Columbia. Are you going to go do your graduate work now somewhere?
No.
No, you are done.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna,
well, 7 years. I mean, how much more
I'm
time
going to continue
does he...
study acting downtown.
Keep studying. That's good.
I'll send you some of my
good.
tapes, Basil.
What was that?
I'm going to send him some of my tapes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of your E-tapes?
Yeah.
All right. Is everyone ready to play Intern Jeopardy?
Yes, we are.
All right. I will take a break. When I come back, I will ask you questions from these pages. I'll cover them up so you can't see.
No cheating.
No cheating. And then you guys will play Intern Jeopardy, and we'll find out who the smartest intern is, since there's such a big argument out in the hall. Will it be Chris, Stuttering Vic, or our prison inmate, Basil?
I think the answer's obvious.
What would that be?
It's going to be me.
Basil?
Yeah. The real life experience has caused me to take part in every one of these categories.
Is that right? And Vic, I don't know, you used to be so confident, Mr. Computer Genius.
I don't see Indian history on here.
I don't make any assumptions about anything.
Oh. What about you, Chris? Any prediction?
Silence is golden.
All right, very good. We'll see what happens.
You wish you'd practice that once in a while.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Shut up, Chris. For once, please.
This is my intern. My interns from hell.
Your intern nightmare.
We all agree this is the worst crop of interns we've ever gotten. Everybody voted. You guys are all sick. All right. We're going to take a break and find out which one of you three nudniks is the smartest right after these words.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah.
Once again, Howard Stern.
All right. Hey, look at this. Good news on the Jackie front. Everyone is very excited. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special buy two. Don't you love this music? Gets you all pumped up. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. That's right, Jackie. Tomorrow night with Jake Thomas, it's Jackie at Catch a Rising Star in the Governor Morris Hotel. Imagine that. Jackie and the Governor together in Morristown, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and information, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. All right, very good.
I wonder if they got a shot of the boys sitting there while you did that last commercial. If anything ever looked like a lineup.
Yeah, I looked over. I started laughing during the Leather Warehouse commercial, watching the three of them look like they were in a police lineup. Guys, are you all nervous? You appear to be nervous. Are you nervous? Nervous?
Our last morning.
All right. Oh, this is your last morning here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
that.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, was that right, Stuttering Vic? You're kidding me.
Well, unless you ask me back for next semester.
Oh, of course I'm asking you back. I would love to have Stuttering Vic. You don't want to let Basil, we could lose, but Stuttering Vic we want.
How about me?
Oh, Chris?
Want to lose me, too?
Chris, we've been waiting a long time for you to leave. No offense. All right, here we go. Looks like the Mount Rushmore of morons. All right, here we go. All right.
A monument to stupidity.
We all agree that these are the three worst interns ever. Here we go. Just kidding. Here we go. We have Chris. Chris, this will be your sound effect when you buzz in.
What do I do with this?
You blow into it.
How no sanitary?
It isn't.
Jackie used it last night.
All right, that will be your way of buzzing, and that's Chris the intern, who, of course, he fancies himself a writer and likes to annoy me in the men's room. Stuttering Vic, who we all have known to come and know and love through his exploits with various women, as he lost out on every woman we introduced him to, and, of course, he stutters so beautifully, magnificently. Stuttering Vic, what sound effect will you be chiming in with on Intern Jeopardy?
Salvation Army bell.
All right, and Basil, who, of course, was in jail and wrote a play about niggers. What is your...
Being in jail.
All right, and what is your sound effect? All right, very good.
Shouldn't this be Vic's?
All right, as you know, the following categories are yours to choose from. We have measurements, United States, potpourri, geography, money, and, of course, the ever-popular music.
Oh.
And, of course, let's not forget the category numbers. And, of course, we have letters. So there are a lot of categories to choose from.
Letters.
Numbers, letters, all different kinds of things. And there's even a religion category. Did I say measurements?
Yes, you did.
All right, now, if I put these sheets of paper up here with the questions, Chris, will you be cheating and looking over at them?
Of course. No. Of course.
Will he?
I wouldn't say that.
All right, try not to look. Do not look, because there's no other way for me to do this. All right, here we go.
Now, somebody has to pick a category.
That's right. We tossed backstage and found that Stuttering Vic was the lucky winner of the toss.
Okay.
So he will get to pick the first category. This is Intern Jeopardy, and the only reason we're playing this is just to see which intern is the smartest, because the three of them argue like nitwits back there over who is more intelligent. That is why we've used serious questions this morning, much on the much in the manner of Jeopardy. Real Jeopardy. Okay. And I'll go to Stuttering Vic first. Stuttering Vic, pick a category and a monetary number. Yes, go ahead.
Geography for $300.
All right, you've picked the category Geography for $10?
$10.
$10. It is the capital of Iowa. All right, that would be Basil. Basil?
Des Moines.
That is wrong. Go ahead, Chris.
What is Dubuque?
That is wrong. And, Vic, would you like to answer?
No clue.
The answer is Des Moines, but, of course, Basil didn't say what is Des Moines.
Oh, no, man. Trebek.
What? Jeopardy. Gotta win Jeopardy.
It is Jeopardy, so that you are both at -10. Vic, you are in the lead with 0.
Alex, Trebek says, Basil, you have to say what is.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
you
don't
get points.
That is it. You want to play by the rules or you want to cheat?
No,
You're a graduate of an Ivy League school, Basil.
Yeah.
Cheating like a jailbird that you are.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, so that category is down, and now let us go.
It's still Stuttering Vic, since no
Stuttering
one answered correctly. Is that
Robin is keeping score and accurately says it is still Stuttering Vic.
United States for $1.
United States, it's 10, 20, 30, 40.
He doesn't even know this game.
All right, the United States for 10, 20.
$10.
All right, okay, here we go. On the United States flag, the stars represent this. All right, that would be Chris.
What are the 13 original colonies?
Wrong. And let us go to, who is it, Robin?
Vic was next.
All right, Stuttering Vic.
One flag for each state.
Wrong. And Basil.
1 star for the 50 states.
Wrong.
That's right. What is? All right, he got it in underneath. He got it in underneath. All right. You're up to 0 now. All right, so Chris, you're at -20. Stuttering Vic, you're at -10. And Basil, you're at 0. So you're in the lead.
They're all stupid.
They're all stupid. All right. And the answer is, on the U.S. flag, the star represents this. What are the 50 states, of course? All right. And let us now go to Basil, who is in the lead with 0.
I'd like to go with measurements for 10.
All right. Measurements for 10. Water boils faster at which temperature? 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit? And that would be Basil.
They boil at the same time.
That is correct.
What is they boil at the same time?
He didn't say that. No, come on. He didn't say that.
You got it in before the buzzer. You got it in before the buzzer. You therefore have 10 points. You are in the lead, Basil. Continue.
No, he has 20 points now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I thought he was at 0.
No, he had gotten up to 10 with a correct answer.
Wow.
Now he's at 20.
What's the highest monetary category?
50.
50. I'll go 50 in religion.
50 in religion. Wow. You picked a category that is always controversial on our show. You know, Robin, a lot of people like to argue about religion. Religion causes problems.
That's right. You shouldn't bring it up if you want to keep everything running smoothly.
That is correct. So let us go to religion now and see what happens. And you've picked?
$50.
$50. Okay, here we go. People who practice Shintoism are found in this country, and that would be Stuttering Vic.
Japan. What is Japan?
What is Japan is correct for 50.
Very good, Stuttering Vic.
All right, Stuttering Vic, you are now in charge of picking the category.
Religion for $40.
Religion for 40. Brigham Young was a leader of this religion, and that would be Basil.
What are the Mormons?
What are the Mormons is correct for 40. Basil, you're in the lead with, I believe, 60. Go ahead.
I would like to go with music for 20.
All right, we are going to go with music for 20. The very controversial topic, music, Robin.
All right.
Let's see which one of our moron interns will win this category. Music for 20. A waltz is danced in this time. Basil, reading in first.
What is 3? 3 beats.
I'm going to have to rule against you, Basil, and say that is wrong. Anybody else? That's only 20. Okay. Well, the answer is what is 3/4 time? 3/4 time.
1, 2, 3.
Right. 1, 2, 3.
3/4 time?
I would have given it to him because I forget anybody. He at least got the word 3 in there, but I've got to be fair to the other interns, as you know, Basil. All right.
You should make me a mute.
What is the score, Robin?
Basil has 40 points, and so does Stuttering Vic. Chris is still at -20.
Let's remind everyone that Chris, of course, is a community college student who's finally getting his comeuppance. He was you were convinced you were going to win, weren't you?
What's that?
Okay.
Are we still playing?
Yes, we are still playing. All right, let us go to Basil, who still has control of the board. Basil?
Measurements for $40.
Ah, measurements for $40. And your question is this. Actually, it's your answer. Which weighs more, 1 pound of aluminum or 16 ounces of lead? All right, I heard the bell first.
What is 1 pound of aluminum?
That is wrong, I'm sorry. And Chris?
What did they weigh the same?
They weigh the same, that is correct. And look who's suddenly on the board.
With 20 points.
With 20 points.
And poor Stuttering Vic just lost all his points.
Did he? Well, that was only 40, right?
Right, he had 40.
Oh, what a shame. Down to 0, and let's go back to the action, and let's turn to Chris now, who suddenly has come on strong. Chris, what category would you like, and what money value?
I'll take potpourri for 10.
Potpourri, the first time in this category, and the answer is the vessel that connects an artery and a vein. All right, that would be Chris.
Can you repeat the question?
I'm sorry, I cannot. That would be a wrong answer. Basil, go ahead.
What is a capillary?
That is correct. And that is for 10 points, Robin. Keeping score over there. And
up to 50, Chris now at 10.
All right, Basil, let's go. It's Intern Jeopardy, and we're playing this morning to finally figure out who is the smartest intern. Everybody loves it so much. Basil, go ahead.
I would like geography for 50.
All right, geography for 50. And the answer is the address of the White House. All right, that would be Chris.
What is Pennsylvania Avenue?
That's incomplete. That's incomplete answer.
Can I complete it?
Go ahead.
What is 1600 Pennsylvania?
That is correct, okay? And that is for 50 points.
That wasn't a 50-point question. It was a 10-point question.
I'm sorry, it says 50 points.
Vic, you didn't make up the...
Hey, Vic, we're trying to be easy on you guys. All right, by the way, at this point in our show, this is where I get to talk to each of the guests.
Shall we recap the scores?
Go ahead. Now, let's start with the lowest.
Big turnaround.
Stuttering Vic is the lowest, right?
0.
Now,
Stuttering Vic.
Stuttering Vic, you have a 0. How do you feel at this time?
Bad.
All right, and who is next?
Then it would be Basil at 50.
Basil, how do you feel at this time? Are you confident that you could win?
Yes.
All right, and Chris, who now takes a commanding lead.
60 points.
60 points, and how do you feel at this point?
Keep going.
Let's keep going. All right. All right, and if you guys win the money, what will you do? Vic, will you feed your homeland of India?
Every one of them.
All right.
700 million of them.
All of them. Okay. And let's go back to, I believe Chris answered the last question, so he has control of the board. We have 2 questions left in Jeopardy, so let's make these count.
Okay, I'll take numbers for 10.
Numbers for 10. Now, this is a category that can sometimes be tricky. I pray that everyone pay close attention. Numbers for 10. The number of pencils in a gross. And that would be Stuttering Vic.
What is 144?
That is correct, Vic. Wow. Whoa. And, Vic, you now have control of the board.
You have 10 points.
I'll take religion for...
That's easy for you to say.
$50?
For $50, all right? Could you repeat that, please? I didn't quite catch it.
I'll take religion for $50.
All right. Okay. No, you did that one already.
Okay, the next one, $40.
You did that one already.
$30.
All right, here it is. It's what Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Ruth have in common. All right, that would be Basil.
They are all in the Old Testament.
That is correct. Oh, I'm sorry.
What is there all in the Old
There
Testament?
you go. All right.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, what do you mean that's ridiculous?
Oh, can I complete it? Can I complete it?
Oh, come on. All right, there you go. That's 30 points for Basil. Chris, mellow out, will you? I just looked at the time. We have time for 2 more questions.
Right.
So we're in a bonus situation. Okay, here we go.
Now, are we going to have a final Jeopardy?
Of course, Rob. That's how you play Jeopardy, don't you? How dare you insult me? Okay. Who knows? Don't ask tough questions. I'm hoping for a fist fight. Basil, go ahead. You have control of the board.
Potpourri for $10.
Potpourri. All right. You already used the $10 category. I'll remind you that you have 20, 30, 40, and 50 open to you.
Okay, how about numbers for 10?
Numbers for 10. Interesting strategy here.
Yeah.
Keeping the figures low.
10 has been used.
That is correct.
10 in whatever category you got.
Oh, for God's sake, just pick a category and a money amount.
All right, potpourri for 20.
All right. The swastika was a symbol of what German political party? Robin, who was first?
I think that was Chris.
Yeah.
No, it was not Chris. It was, in all fairness, it was between Vic and Basil.
I'm trying to keep
was it
score.
Basil? It was Basil. Okay.
All right.
That is the Nazi Party.
That is wrong. Go ahead.
What is the Nazi Party?
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Sorry. You got it. Basil, you're asleep at the wheel. Very good job, Chris. Chris, you have control of the board for our final Jeopardy question.
Okay. Let's recap the scores
Didn't I
one
say
more
what
time.
is?
No, you
you
did
said
not.
that is.
Chris is at 80 points.
Yes.
I gotta go back to O'Reilly's.
60,
Yes.
and Stuttering Vic is at 10.
All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Chris, pick a good one.
Let's try letters for 10.
All right, letters for 10. Now, this is an interesting category, as you know. It has tricked many people up. The abbreviation NASA stands for this. All right, that would be Basil.
National Aeronautic. What is?
Go ahead. Well, you don't know it anyway. What is it?
The National Aeronautic and Space Association?
Oh.
I'm sorry that is wrong. Very close, though, and I'll have to go with Stuttering Vic.
What is the National Aeronautic and Space Administration?
Administration, that is correct. Well, can you all right, so there it is. That's 10 points for Vic, minus 10 for Basil. And let's have a recap on those scores.
Howard, everybody's on the board with some money. Stuttering Vic at 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
Basil has 50 points, and Chris is at 80 in the lead.
All
How
right.
did he get 80?
He did it.
He got lucky.
I played the game
kept
correctly.
his mouth shut.
He kept his mouth shut, waited for you to screw up the answer, and then came in with what is.
What does NASA stand for? Am I going to answer that question?
All right, very good. Well, listen, that means in Final Jeopardy, anyone can win.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Except you, Vic.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's do the Final Jeopardy. Here
Now,
it is.
what you guys have to do is wager the amount you would like to risk.
Now,
in
don't
Final
tell us.
Jeopardy.
First, you write down. Give them 3 pieces of paper and pens, and don't let your opponent see. As you know, Chris, who is our city college student, whatever it is,
Community
college, worse, is in the lead with 80 points.
Well, this is interesting.
Basil has 50, and Vic has 20.
That's right.
Basil, our jailbird, and Vic, of course, you know his problem.
Couldn't you say Basil, our budding actor, instead of jailbird?
Well, funnier.
Actor jailbird.
I saw your acting. I think you're a jailbird. Yeah. Anyway, boys, write down the amount. I hope you have that all in.
What was that? I'm sorry, the math one more time.
You have
You have
80,
80.
Basil has 50, and Vic has 20. Write down the amount that you wish to wager on this Final Jeopardy.
Question, which is in what category?
The question is in the following category, the United States.
Ah.
Boys, this is it
We
to
have to
determine...
write down our answers, right?
You will have to write down your answer, and I'll remind all of you. I'll remind all of you, Basil. You must write your answer in question form. Damn, I'm a good game show host.
So, Basil, why don't you just write what is on the piece of paper right now?
All right, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here is your question. Be sure not to allow your fellow contestants to hear or see that answer. And here is your Final Jeopardy question. Who hit Nellie in the belly with a basket full of jelly? Now, here we go.
Whoa.
It is the largest of the Great Lakes. It is the largest of the Great Lakes. And Chris looks very disturbed. Vic looks absolutely bewildered. And I'll tell you one thing. Basil wrote down his answer in 2
Very
seconds.
quickly.
Our Columbia graduate.
Can I ask
Yes.
a question?
Yes.
Would you have gotten it?
Would I have gotten it? No. Absolutely not.
I would have taken a guess.
I could take a guess. Knowing 2 of the Great Lakes, I could have certainly taken a guess. But let's see.
What is a Great Lake?
All right. Boom, boom. All right, now let's go to our lowest amount of money, and that would be, of course, Stuttering Vic.
What did you say?
All right.
What is Lake Superior?
And how much did you wager?
$20.
That is correct. So you now have 40. Let us go to Basil, who is on the board with 60.
50.
Excuse me, 50. And Basil, what did you... Hold up your answer.
What is Lake Superior?
Let me see. No, you said, what is Lake Michigan? and you bet 50, so you're at 0. Now, Vic, you are in the lead with 40, and now it's all up to Chris, who has 80, a commanding lead. What do you have? Let's see. You had
like Erie,
and you bet 21 points.
And just how did you spell Erie, Howard?
Well, you lost already, you moron.
E-E-R-I-E.
Thank you very much.
E-E-R-I-E?
E-E-R-I-E, but that's okay. What does that leave?
That means that Chris has 59 points.
Well, then Chris is the smartest intern on Intern Jeopardy. Chris, you win, and you did say you would win, didn't you? Yeah.
There's my comeuppance, I guess.
Yeah, there's your comeuppance.
You got to take care of him in the hallway.
They're going to roll me in the hallway.
Basil's going to pound his ass. Man, look at
Basil, you're really upset, aren't you?
I'm more embarrassed.
Yeah.
Basil, come on.
Absolutely.
Community college. Give me a break.
Community college moron.
What is it, Gary? You seem to want to say something.
We were just all going nuts out there. We figured out that, like I said, Chris played the game better. I think, in retrospect, Basil's probably smarter, but Chris played the game better.
That's not fair.
And Vic is both slow and stupid.
Went on both counts.
Well, Vic runs around here saying that he's a computer genius, and
I never said that.
And he's smarter than everyone.
I never said either of those things.
Vic, what's heavier, 1,000 pounds of lead or 1,000 pounds of feathers?
Depends. In India or America?
1,000 pounds is 1,000 pounds.
Right. Very good.
He now knows that.
Can we please take the word moron out of Basil's vocabulary when referring to me now?
Basil, can we please take that out?
No, because you don't know the whole story, Howard. You have no idea what he does or the wacky stuff he goes through. He gave me a ride home once, and it was the worst ride of my life. I was going to jump out of the car.
Why was it a bad ride?
Oh, man. First he goes in the tunnel, and then he turns on the country station, and then he starts, like, singing along with it.
Yeah.
And then, like, all the time he's like, you got to mention me on the air tomorrow. This is, like, the day after, like, I got on the air. It's like, you got to mention me on the air. And then he starts singing the country song. And it's like, it's this running commentary.
Worst driver.
It is so weird and so bad. I went nuts.
Vic has carpal tunnel syndrome. I have Lincoln tunnel syndrome.
Hey, all I can say is the guy beat you in Jeopardy, and it was fair and square.
Nobody said it wasn't.
It was fair.
Well, there you go.
Basil has a lot of knowledge, but he's too stupid to form questions.
I know.
Just celebrated a little bit last night. So,
congratulations, Baz.
Meanwhile,
Chris, congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much. No problem, guys.
All right, very good. There's our interns. That was Intern Jeopardy. Congratulations.
Well, I guess Chris would be the smartest intern.
I would say so.
That's the scariest thing right there, I think.
And I still don't know why you say the guy's a moron, Vic. Why? The guy gave you a ride home at least.
Yeah, let him drive you today.
Why is that?
Yeah, Howard.
I mean, I said, all right, I got to go.
He might be weird, but doesn't mean he's stupid.
There's a pretty good correlation in this case.
All right, very good. Well, obviously a bunch of sore losers.
Of course, no one hates. We all hate to lose.
Exactly.
Can I just say something? Both these guys are nice guys to work with and are nice guys to be around. And I enjoyed the whole semester here.
All right.
And I don't understand this.
Here you go.
I never see this on Jeopardy. I never see two guys go after the contestant that wins.
That's because you don't see the backstage part.
You know what, Chris? It seems to me you are one of those psychos that knows how to keep his energies together on the air, but then when you get off the air, you fall apart.
I'm trying to break into this business. It's very tough to do. I don't want to do sales anymore.
Hey, congratulations. You win. You shut these two guys up. They can sit and talk about how stupid you are all day.
Show them your Jeopardy win.
You just say, hey, I won Jeopardy. I won Jeopardy.
I'm going to have a T-shirt made.
Exactly.
And plus he gets all the acting jobs at E.
All right. All right, congratulations to you all, and let's hope that the Unabomber finds all three. All right, very good. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Are we getting any calls for the Christmas party for tomorrow?
Some, but nothing really promising. One guy can, do fart noises with his neck and under his armpits. And he has that disease that Michael Jackson says he has.
Vitiligo?
Vitiligo.
Where's Stuttering John? It's funnier when he talks.
I know. Come on in, John.
Why did you come in and tell me? John comes in and starts telling me about all the people who are calling in to be at our Christmas party tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, was he?
And it's really funny, and he's a mess, and then Gary comes in and somehow takes it over.
Yeah, but actually, Howard, he farts Christmas carols.
Yeah, I heard that's what Gary just said.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Then the next guy, the next girl's a reenactment actress, like Sally Jesse Raphael, like she's in all those dramatizations.
Yeah.
The latest movie is Strap-on Sally 3.
Yeah.
And she's offering to bring in a bunch of girls that are in the film, and I'm sure they'll do anything we want.
But yeah, the thing is, they've got to suggest what they're going to do.
No, she did. They said they'll do lesbianism. And I think that's a sure win in my book.
In your what?
In my book.
In your book. I think it is booger.
Yeah, I thought he was saying in my booger.
And the next one is just this guy's gonna bring down girls, do anything we want to. I mean, hey, we could pack it with nice looking babes. I mean,
yeah, but it's radio. You got to do stuff.
Okay.
As much as I would like to have a party with good-looking babes, there's got to be babes that do weird stuff and guys who do weird stuff.
You know what the guy who could do Christmas carols?
Farting with his... I can do that.
Christmas carols?
Of course.
Let me see.
Well, with what? My arm?
Yeah, Christmas carols.
Sure. What? Give me a song, Fred. Play a Christmas song. I'll do it right here. Oh, you got to leave the room?
2 seconds. Want me to just sing one for you?
Yeah, sing one.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all
Back off from your microphone so you can hear my farting.
the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
There you go.
That's what's funny to me. I think it's
well, I just did it. If I can do it, then it's not
but
so
also
fun.
he's got Il Villalago, so that he has that.
What does he have? What does he have again?
Villalago. What is it called?
What? Say it again. I didn't hear what you said. That's all.
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo? Oh, well, he has that. Then bring him in.
What is it?
You know what we're going to do?
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo he's got.
Yeah.
One day, I'm going to write down, I'm going to save all of John's Post-its with the messages he leaves me.
Yeah.
And every word he either, forget about misspelling.
Yeah.
Words that are just off, like he's always writing stuff like that down. I'm going to give you a collection next year.
Yeah, right. Good. I want to save those. All right, very good. So far, I don't know. I'll go to my phones, maybe find a few people.
Il Vitiligo.
El Vitiligo.
I thought it was El Vitiligo.
No, that's the famous criminal of Mexico. El Vitiligo, the demanding one. El Vitiligo. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Joey Buttafuoco's guitar player.
No, I'm not interested. Hey, guess who I got a Christmas card from?
Who?
You know, I do get celebrity Christmas cards. Like, so far I got one from Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Uh-huh.
But, like, he doesn't... It's just like a Christmas card, and it has his return address. It's Van Damme Entertainment.
Right, it's sent out by his office.
Yeah, and it's printed, and it says Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Not signed by him.
No, but at least they thought of me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a card from... I'm trying to think of all the cards except this one.
My favorite card so far, because we all got one here.
Yeah.
The Joan Jett Christmas card.
Yeah.
Because it's got this real glamour picture of her on there. I mean,
right.
she's okay, but... I mean,
she don't look like that.
It was like a cover for Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, I know. She always sends us a Christmas card, Joan Jett.
Yeah.
I think her manager is a big fan.
Yeah.
And he just remembers all that stuff. Aerosmith sent you a Christmas card.
Yeah, right. Aerosmith sent me a Christmas card, but it was not like a personal Christmas card. It was like their corporate Christmas card.
Right.
The Aerosmith organization. Those guys are real good with, like, reminding people that they're around and stuff.
Yeah. Who did you get one from that you...
Well, this to me is my prize Christmas card so far because it's personalized and it's great.
And if you notice, it came a long way. It wasn't even sent here. It was sent to, like, our stations. It was sent to your agent.
Right. But this is the best Christmas card.
Who's that
I'm gonna frame this one. Here it is. Warmest wishes for the holiday season, and it's a picture of it's Jan and Mickey Rooney.
Oh, stop it.
Jan and Mickey Rooney with their pet koala. And it's a picture that they took with, like, a Kodak.
Yeah,
Right,
their
right.
own picture.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Slightly out of focus.
Yeah, like, why did I get this?
That's the best picture they had of themselves.
Yeah.
That's great.
There it is.
Oh, that's very cute.
Isn't that great?
Would you like to see the ones they turned down? The pictures they turned down?
Yeah.
150 years in show business, you got a blurry Kodak.
Yeah.
Good old Mick.
And, like, he has a young wife, but his young wife's like 60 probably,
Yeah, because as you get older, the younger wives get older, too.
That's cool. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, I didn't realize you were on the phone.
Sorry, I was just hanging on for you. Actually, I'm a Union County College student. I'd just like to congratulate Chris for his victory.
I keep getting faxes about the Intern Jeopardy, and it says, like, people are hostile to Chris. It says, Howard, Chris is the biggest putz on the face of the earth.
He's not like that at the college. He seems much goofier on the air.
And this one says, obviously Chris is not the most intelligent, and we all know it. I didn't realize people had this many feelings about the interns.
I think it really came across that
school. I went to school with him.
It really came across that Basil had the knowledge, but but Chris knew how to play the game.
This was his to Chris. You are a typical know-it-all, big mouth kike.
Oh.
Wait, he's Italian.
He's Italian. He's not even close. His name is Christian.
What's that?
No, I'm reading the faxes about you. People don't like you.
His name is Christopher, isn't it?
Is it Christopher or Christian?
Christopher.
Oh, Christopher. But even Christopher, that's not a name for a
That's
Jew.
a Christian name.
Says Chris, you are a typical know-it-all big mouth kike. Now when put to the test, you keep your big mouth shut. Ha, ha, ha. 1 pound of aluminum. The original 13 colonies. Moron. A-hole. You're going to lose. Commit suicide.
Hey, he talked up the wins. That's all I got.
Hey, listen, you won.
Hey, that's it. Who's this on the phone?
Some fellow student. Look at this one. Oh, my God, the stupidity in the studio.
Chris, this is Jim.
Hey, all right, Jim. Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, congratulations again, Chris. You won fair and square.
Okay.
I just want to say that this provides credentialism to the county.
There you go.
There you go.
You just erased it.
You're on the air. Yeah.
I can make my butt cheeks
You can make
talk to each other.
You can make your butt cheeks talk to each other?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let me hear that.
I can do Howard's scenario for the soap opera.
What's wrong with your voice?
This is my voice.
This is your voice?
Yeah.
What happened to it? Are you hoarse?
No, I had polyps.
Oh, you got polyps?
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing. If the rest of my audience got polyps, I wouldn't have to talk to any of them.
I could do a...
Are you going to get them removed?
They've been removed 8 times.
Oh, you mean this is the improvement?
Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I can do
Sing a Christmas carol.
I can do a Marlon Brando imitation.
What do you do? What do you do with your butt cheeks?
I can make one talk to the other.
So in other words, because your voice is damaged, you had them train your buttocks to talk.
Exactly.
All right, let me hear them talk to each other.
I'm afraid to get polyps on my butt.
Now, let me hear your butt cheeks talk to each other.
Hold on. Hi.
Oh, this is your butt cheeks?
Yeah.
All right, you're on the air.
Yeah, I want to know if Robin's boobs are going to be enough for display when she dies.
What did he say?
I don't know.
I want to know if Robin's boobs are going to be left for display when she dies.
If Robin's boobs, what?
Are going to be left on display when she dies.
Left on display when she dies? Yes, we have plans to stuff them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great. The other thing is this. I'm telling Robin to have a nice holiday, okay?
Okay.
I dream about her all the time.
All right, and you stop drinking.
I'm not drinking.
Okay, sure you're not. Orlando, you're on the air.
Oh!
You know, we got to do that. Why don't we have tomorrow? You know what we could do for the Christmas show tomorrow?
What?
Let's have the Jackie sound-alike contest.
Ooh.
We invite like 10 guys to come down here and do their best Jackie laughs and sounds.
But then we need a prize. Well, you're definitely in.
Cleveland, you're on the air.
Is this the artist formerly known as Howard?
Yes, it is.
Does he take requests for, like, a Christmas parody?
Sure.
Well, a couple years ago, you played some parodies that included, like, some Marge shots, sound effects in that.
Did we, guys?
We did a March Christmas record, or Christmas record offer.
My girlfriend was on the floor laughing. She said
No
it was
kidding.
hilarious.
Let's get that. Let's hear it. If she was on the floor laughing, I could use a good laugh.
That would be cool.
By the way, General Manager Tom Chisano coming through right away. A CD player for the Jackie the Laugh contest.
Is that right?
Yep.
Now, how are we going to get contestants? You know,
I think
maybe
you tell people to show up, and just tell anybody who can do it to show up.
Yeah, but then there'll be
50,000
people out there.
That's funny. All right, so
you could take finalists off the road, off the street.
No, you want some guys who do it good. Why don't you screen people out there?
Okay, call 955-9292 or your local phone call, and I'll screen you and see if you're good enough to.
If you do somebody who's really good at it.
You want like 10 guys?
Yeah.
Before you go, Howard, I'd like to say Merry Christmas to the gang and you and.
Hi, you're on the air, Albany. Albany, you're on the air. Dallas, Texas, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I've been trying to call you now for over a year.
Well, then you must have something important to say. Go ahead.
Okay, I used to work at a hospital up here. And,
yeah.
And down here, everybody's into country music, and the most popular radio guy down here went to the hospital, and I have his home phone number.
Well, I'm not interested in him. He's nothing to me. He's nothing. I wouldn't even honor him with a phone call. Do you understand?
Oh,
I'm the king of all media. I invented.
What do you do at the hospital? I just need to know that.
I reinvented radio. What am I going to call him for? It's talk to some country guy.
Yeah, Robin, I clean the bloody instruments.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I enjoy the show, Howard.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I mean, to sit there and honor this country, not even a country musician, a guy who plays country records. Why would I bother with him?
I just wanted to point out, you go into the hospital, there are people who clean the bloody instruments who also have access to your records.
I know. And they have the home numbers. That's my worst nightmare, ever having to go to a hospital. I'd rather die. Myrtle Beach, you're on the air.
Yeah, I want to come down to the station tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're in Myrtle Beach, for God's sake.
Oh, I can still get down there.
All right, what do you do?
I'm the monkey boy. I'm the guy who used to stand out the station with the monkey mask and send you all those cartoons of Gary.
You moved down to Myrtle Beach?
No, actually, I'm calling from New York.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Well, then what are you going to do down here? You have to have something to do. It's a party. You have to contribute. You have to be a contributor.
We can't have you drawing cartoons on the radio.
Right.
Do your jackies. All right.
Hello, you're on the air. Hello? Sounds like Gary's screening in the other room.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air.
I'm on the air?
Yes.
I'm trying for the Jackie tryout.
Let me hear you do a Jackie laugh.
Oh, yeah! Oh, oh!
All right, hold on. You're pretty good. That should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. All right. Why don't I take a break here, Rob? When we come back, I got about 900 things in a row to talk about, and you got to get me through them quickly.
All right. No dawdling.
You're right. No dawdling. I am going to lecture for the next 20 minutes. Until Nancy Sinatra calls in.
Shall we take notes?
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to have that discussion from that fax that came in yesterday?
Yes, we are. That's part of my presentation.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Just jamming a little, Robin. Get into that holiday spirit. No,
Did somebody break your fingers? You used to play better than that.
No, Fred bought this cool guitar. I'm going to buy one.
Yeah? Does it play? It's like a player piano. It plays itself.
No, what it is you see how this is an electric guitar, but it's all self-contained. You don't need an amplifier.
Oh, you mean that's not hooked to anything?
No, it's not hooked to anything. See, it's got just a circle here.
Oh, cool.
You got that? What'd you buy? That? Is it $200? $200, and you got a guitar. You don't need an amplifier.
Comes with a gig bag.
See?
A gig bag.
Yeah, I need a gig bag. I don't even need a guitar. I just want the gig bag.
Gig bag. What's in a gig bag?
Who makes this thing?
Fernandez.
Who?
Fernandez.
Fernandez makes this. A guy, a Puerto Rican guy we know. It doesn't sound like it's in tune, though, Fred.
I'll tune it up.
No,
That's
all
what
right.
I was thinking. Is that either your playing has gotten really bad, or the guitar's out of tune.
You know what? It doesn't even matter to me if it's in tune or not.
Pull it out of the bag. That's why.
All right, what would you like to hear, Robin?
Well, that sounded like one of the chords from a Rolling Stones song.
Well, maybe it's this song. Thank you. JoJo Woods down in New Orleans. I know you, baby, you know me. Just around.
So now that you would like. You'd like to have it.
Brown duty. All right, get this out of my hands. It's dangerous.
You would like to have that to play with for about a week.
Yeah, I play with it for about a day. You know what it is? It's cool, but then you get frustrated because you don't know how to play. Here, Jackie, play us a tune.
That's a minor problem.
Here, play us a tune, Jackie.
Oh, it's cute and little, too.
Yeah, Jackie plays one of his hillbilly songs. Play something you've been working on.
Ding, ding, ding,
Play us ding, 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 ding.
Not a band.
Play the they call it marijuana.
They call it marijuana, and before the song is done, I'll explain to all you people. I can't play this thing with these things on.
He's got big rubber condoms on his fingers.
Play it better than Howard.
You're the one I most desire.
Retard.
You're the one I never tire of round every bend.
Where did he grow up?
I don't know. Why is
Like, how could you be into that?
And that's what comes out.
Everywhere.
He starts twanging.
Round every bend. Won't you help me, brother?
Did you write this?
Round every bend, Lord, get me out of here.
Yeah, he wrote it.
Got any good beer songs?
Yeah, right.
Pal.
He starts playing that guitar, and I want to take it and hit him.
Yeah. At every song, he puts that big dopey smile on. Every time I see him, baby.
Round every bend.
Gold, gold. Give us gold, gold. Gold, gold.
Cold gold makes you old way before your time. Cold gold makes you sleep right through your prime. Now, whiskey is for celebrating. Beer just gives you body weight and comes out of your ears before you're drunk.
Beautiful.
Drink it when you're 10.
Drink it when you're 10?
Drink it by the six-pack.
Wait, they get the drum back.
Look by the court, guzzle it by the gallon till you start to snore and snort. You got a belly like you're pregnant. To get a woman, you got to beg, and she won't be much to look at anyway. Well, I can't walk but better drive because I can't see. Somehow we always seem to reach that mahogany. So we just set him up. Don't let it up till we hiccup and can't get up. So we all commence to singing this here song.
All his songs are like 900 words. A big smile. Yeah, look at a big smile on his face.
Celebrating beer just gives you body
All right, get the guitar away from him. Make me sick.
Beer, beer, make you older celebrating. Only gonna get to do it.
It's flat and scrug.
That's a few years ago.
Dude, where did you grow up that you're into that?
I spent 6 months in Albuquerque.
Yeah, well, maybe you should erase that from your memory bank.
I love it.
Beer, beer, it's clear. Beer, beer,
They'll
make
go on the Off-Our Rockers.
Round every bend, round every bend.
That was a finger cut song.
Good for you, pal. The son of a bitch can play the damn thing. He just, but it's what he chooses to play. He just ruins it. My problem is I got cool songs to play. I just can't play them. Yeah.
All that effort going into those songs.
Yeah. And he can play. You know, it's sad.
I mean, he's picking individual strings and the whole thing.
Yeah, he's got a thing going on there, but no one wants to hear it. He's got something going on. Pathetic. Okay, first of all, I'm running out of time here because we have so much to get to, but...
Yeah, Nancy Sinatra's calling in. So
yeah, what do you want to talk to her about?
Well, she's going to do a Playboy spread, from what I understand. And she's making some kind of a comeback.
I understand. She's really hot looking, and her dad is Frank Sinatra, which...
So she's rich.
She's rich. She could back up the Brinks truck into her house.
Never have to worry about a thing once you marry her.
Yeah.
Cute.
And she used to be in those Elvis Presley movies with the white go-go boots.
Yeah, I thought she was really hot.
Oh, that's what I'm telling you. It's the mask. These boots, ding, 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 ding. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what I'll do. And one of these days, I'm gonna doot all over you. So she must. We should ask her if her brother. Like, what's his story? Like, why can't he get like a whole thing going himself? He must be jealous of her, too.
Yeah, because she at least had a couple of hits, and her father did a duet with her when she was young.
Yeah. Well, she was happening.
Frank Jr. had to wait till now.
Well, she made her own money.
You think she made a lot of money?
Yeah. She was in a lot of cool movies. And.
Yeah, but I heard that the first marriage, I forget, she was married to some actor.
Tommy Sands?
Tommy Sands? Is he an actor? I don't even know who that is.
Actor, singer, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, a real good-looking guy. And the marriage broke up.
Yeah, and he took money?
From my understanding, because Daddy, he couldn't compete with Daddy.
Oh, yeah?
You know, if he bought her a little bauble, Daddy bought her something bigger.
So we should ask her if her dad gets his own private priest to pray at that stupid chapel he bought.
Yeah, he's got his own chapel and with his own priest.
First, I'll soften her up, tell her I used to masturbate to her. Women love that.
Yeah, but, I mean, I want to know what the setup is for the kids.
Tom, checking in. Tom Chiapasano has something on his mind.
I happened to be in Hawaii in 1968 and saw Tommy Sands perform at a hotel when I was living there. I lived there for like 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, he was supposedly beat up real bad after he broke up with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember something like that.
It was a real story that...
and everybody thought...
It was right after the divorce or whatever, and...
So it was sort of like that scene in The Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you about that. Hey, and also I'll ask her if she hates Barbara Sinatra, Frank's new wife.
Yeah, because she's the daughter of Nancy.
Tommy
She's
Sands
Nancy
was a bitter
and
guy.
her mother's Nancy.
He was a bitter guy.
Who?
Tommy
Sands.
Sands.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, I mean, I from what he said on the stage, he was.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He was a huge star for about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Was he? I never even heard of the guy.
Right, I mean, that was his moment.
He had his own TV show, and he had hit records. He had the whole Ricky Nelson thing, but it only lasted like a zoop.
Really?
He said some very uncomplimentary things about the Sinatra family from the stage that night.
Sounds like Jackie when he goes out and at the Friars and talks about us.
Yeah, you know, those guys do everything to screw me.
Same rap.
Anyway, yeah, same rap. Okay. So, Jackie, you'll be extra interested in the interview.
But I want to know the whole setup. Like,
Yeah.
how does Frank provide them with money? Do
Yeah.
they have, like, major trust funds, or do they have to go to Daddy and ask for money when they want? And who's his favorite?
All right.
Does she get more money, or does Tina, or does Frank?
All right, let me handle all that because I'll butter her up first with the masturbation
Yeah, I just
stuff.
want to get into the little,
Yeah.
you know, of the money thing. How often does she see her father? I mean, like, what is that like?
Yeah. How do you?
How old is she?
She's got it. I know she's older than me, so she's got to be in her 50s.
Is she going to take her clothes off for Playboy? Why'd she wait till now?
She's got to be like 55, right? No?
Yeah, something like that. Well, she's, you know, it's like, you know how like some women want to prove you could still look good at 55 or something.
Does anybody want to see that?
I'll take a look. Sure, I'll go see that. Why not? You know who looked good? Jake LaMotta's wife looked good. She was like 80.
She was great.
She was like 80.
She was.
She was old.
She was like 100 years old when
She was closer to 60.
Yeah, I think I saw an open casket. She was laying there naked.
Somebody called and said that Nancy Sinatra's married to Lee Greenwood. Do you know who he is?
He's a country star.
He's like a pretty big country star. Is that possible?
I didn't know she was married again.
Hey, what was that guy who was stalking her?
No, that
James
was
Ferrantino.
Tina.
Who?
Tina Sinatra was stalked by James Ferrantino.
So it was alleged.
So it was alleged.
Yep.
Well, he called here and denied it.
He denied it.
But they settled the case.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, I had to put it behind him. I saw Nancy Sinatra in some really bad Elvis movie with Bill Bixby.
Yeah.
Bill
Bixby.
In pretty cool white boots.
She was hot, man.
She really was.
It was hard to believe. It was like Frank Sinatra's daughter, and she's good looking, and she can, you know, and she has like a hit song.
She had this sort of sexy overbite, sort of like Rosanna Arquette. She was real cute.
Hey, she looked like this, but it was cute.
It worked.
I used to really be hot for her.
Well, you know,
When she used to go on Ed Sullivan with those go-go boots.
Well, on VH1 they show a video for These Boots Are Made for Walking that's old, that she dances. You know,
she was a piece of ass.
Pretty sexy.
She danced like this. I just
She
remember.
hardly moved.
See this.
The hands moved.
She danced like Frank walks now. Watch your back.
She trotted.
Ding, 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 ding. I know. I practiced.
Mini skirts.
Yep.
Yeah. Tiny. Yeah, she had really good legs.
High boots, white patent leather.
Yeah. But she was real giving in the sack too.
You did not have her. How do you know that?
She wanted to rebel against Frank. Yeah. And to who? Probably somebody famous. Well, let me write that down.
There?
Hey, let's get her on the phone already. Where is she?
She's calling us because, you know, Sinatra doesn't give their number out.
I understand.
Especially to us.
Hey, she don't give her phone number out to Frank Jr. She's not going to give it to us.
By the way, 12 contestants tomorrow for the Jackie the Joke Man.
Super.
For all variations, all different Jackie laughs.
Great.
Some even tell us jokes.
Excellent. We'll be wearing Santa outfits for tomorrow's big show.
Is that right?
Yeah. All right, so I'm all set with my Nancy Sinatra questions. She didn't want us to put the camera on her. We wanted to put a camera on her for it, but
she said that she's been in the she's in the studio recording again.
Yeah, a country album. I saw that on Entertainment Tonight.
So she just was, she's been up all night recording. She's tired and it wasn't really going to work out.
Really? Super. All right. All right, let me go through some of this mail because I carry it around with me. Although it looks like she might be on the phone.
Yeah, I think that's her.
All right. Put her through, so.
You don't want to leave her waiting. Now, are you worried about this interview?
What do you mean worried?
If you ask the wrong question, get her upset?
Yeah, maybe. I hope. Is that Nancy?
This show is very funny.
Is that Nancy?
Yeah. We've been talking about Nancy Sinatra for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And John goes, somebody named Nancy's on the phone?
He's out of it.
Oh.
Hey, Nancy, if I get out of line, your father won't kick my ass, will he? I'm always nervous about that.
Just thought we might consider that for a moment.
We were just talking about you know.
Yeah, I know, but you don't need to butter me up, Howard, because...
Oh, you really heard everything.
Because...
Yeah.
I became your friend for life when you defended my friend Altavis.
Altavis Davis?
Oh, you know her.
Oh, you know her?
That's right.
Sammy's wife. Yeah, of course. You know, everyone was running around. Sammy's a great guy. Sammy Davis Jr., great guy. I said, this guy was a bum. I said he made a lot of money in his lifetime. He was a big entertainer. I know he's a friend of your father's and everything. But here is a guy who didn't provide for his family. He had a young child. He went out and adopted a child.
Right. He got all these obligations and didn't provide for his demise.
Bought himself every ring, every kind of jewel that he could find. And never provided for his wife and kid. The woman is a pauper now, from what I understand. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you crying?
No, God, no.
Oh, that's cool.
Are you kidding? Altavis is poor?
Yeah, right? I mean, do you hang with her?
Well, no, I haven't seen her in a long time.
You don't want anybody poor hanging with her.
Really sad story, and I'm still worried about her, but I appreciated the fact that you spoke out in her behalf.
Of course, I didn't give her any money. I just spoke out. That's all.
No, but that's okay. It was good of you to do it.
I'm only so good.
He's got a family himself he's got to worry about.
Yeah, that's right. I have to provide for my family. Oh, believe
I know.
me.
I'd love to meet your wife. I bet she's a really neat lady.
She's all right.
Come on.
She's not like you.
Yeah, I know.
She's not Frank Sinatra's daughter, wasn't in Elvis Presley movies, wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I used to see you in the white boots and the little mini skirts. I used to watch you on Ed Sullivan. I'd say, oh, damn it. Damn if I could have that.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was like, I don't know, 15, 16.
Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah, it was definitely. I might have been 12. I mean, I used to watch you and just think about, like, and then I'd be over Frank's house with you, and I'd treat you right, but I'd give you great sex. We'd have a fun time together.
Why didn't you call me? What's the matter with you?
Because you wouldn't have looked at me when I was in high school. You would have thrown up. All right, let me go through my list of questions.
First, can I say hi to Robin and
No.
Sure.
John and Gary and Stuttering John? Who's the new stuttering guy?
Stuttering Vic?
Stuttering Vic.
Hey, what's the deal? You're really a listener, huh?
You bet.
Wow.
Well, that's cool. Does Frank know who we are?
I don't know, actually.
Hey, let's figure out how this works. First of all, I mean, your father's got to be worth, and you made money on your own and everything, but your father's got to be worth. I want to say a wild number like $150 million.
At least.
Because he built his own private chapel, didn't he?
No.
That's what Steve Rossi told us.
No. I know what you're talking about. He built through concerts and stuff. He built the church in Palm Springs in Cathedral City.
I thought Frank. I mean, your dad bought a.
He doesn't have a little thing on his property that has an altar and all that?
Steve told us he built his own private church on the property and then was interviewing priests to see which one would be. That's cool.
He was putting you on.
So he got a helipad?
He used to. It's all planted over now.
No kidding.
It's got a fountain and little flowers and stuff.
He on his own plane?
He did.
Wow.
Not anymore. He doesn't travel around that much anymore. You know, he's going to be 80 next year.
He's a generous man, though. He's generous with his children, right?
Very. He's generous with everybody.
So, I mean, do you have...
You mentioned trust funds. That he never did.
No?
But he just doles out the money, huh?
Yeah, to everyone.
How's that work, though? I mean, how do you know that Frank Jr. isn't getting more than you?
Well, we don't participate in that kind of stuff.
Oh, I would. Boy, I'd be the most...
I'd be watching every piece.
I'd be over... First of all, I'd be over my... If my father was Frank Sinatra, I'd be over there every day. Hey, Dad, you know, I want to help you any way I can. What happened?
What do you mean?
I thought I lost you for a second.
Oh. No, yeah, of course we're interested. I try to get to see him every couple of weeks.
Exactly.
We live about 2.5 hours away from each other.
You got to play that real smart, I'm telling you. Because, I mean, you're talking about the mother look. You don't think Barbara's going to get everything when you... I hope your father lives 1,000,000 years, but you don't think Barbara's going to get everything. I mean, she doesn't really deserve it.
I'm sure he's provided for everybody in his will.
How do you know? Did you talk to him about it?
No.
You're not going to talk to him about it?
No.
You don't have that kind of relationship?
Do you?
I've lectured my parents over and over again how wrong it is to leave my sister more than me, or to or don't leave it in my mother's hands because she'll donate it all to charity and do something stupid. I've talked to my father endlessly about it. My father has nothing. I mean, he doesn't have the kind of wealth your father has. My father's got nothing. But I make sure that if there's anything there, I'm going to get something out of it. I'll tell you how open it is. I went to my in-laws, who have more money than my parents, and I even made a good argument that I should get a full. There's 4 siblings in that family, that I should get a 5th also. I should get an equal share.
An equal share with all their kids.
Quite frankly, in my family, it's the only thing we have to talk about. How old were you before you realized Jerry Lewis was an a-hole?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I love Jerry Lewis.
Really? You oh, come on.
Be careful. I love Jerry
Seriously?
Lewis. Yeah.
Who do you hate?
Kitty Kelly.
The
Runner book. Yeah.
I read that book.
She's the only person that ever brought that out in me in my life. I can't handle people like that.
Good answer. Your father loves you. Oh, man. Smart answer.
No, it wasn't planned. I didn't know you were going to.
No, you know how to. You playing it just right. I tell you something. I got to get my hands on you. You're an intelligent woman. You married?
No.
Someone said you're married to Lee Greenwood.
Greenwood. How'd that rumor start?
Oh, don't ask me. How do any rumors start? That stuff you were talking about, Tommy Sands, is really, really bad.
Is it?
Really out of line.
It is?
Yeah, I was a virgin. I married him in the 50s. And
you
60s.
Were a virgin?
You didn't go to bed with a guy if you were a nice girl, unless you were married.
Didn't Elvis try to score with you?
No.
No kidding.
Elvis and I were really good friends. I met him in 1959 when he came out of the Army.
Uh-huh.
And,
he didn't put the moves on you? You're a piece of ass.
Then I married Tommy in 1960. We were divorced in 64.
Couldn't take it anymore, huh?
And Tommy had his bag packed. We went on a vacation over Easter. When we came home, he said, "I'm leaving. If you have any questions, go see the shrink."
Really?
So he had his suitcase packed in the closet. He just opened the door, pulled the suitcase out.
Wow.
Wow.
And the next thing I heard, he was in Hawaii with some girl.
You hard to live with?
Was I?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think so, though. I was just a kid, and I was innocent and stupid, I guess is a better word.
And you were a virgin? Wait a second. What? You were a virgin when you married him?
Yeah.
The hell is that all about?
Well, that's the way we were then.
How was it when the first night? Did you dig it, or?
It was fun. We were in Las Vegas, and
you must have been out of your mind for sex. Because how old were you when you got married?
Just barely 20.
Oh, Jesus. You must have been on fire.
Barely 20.
Thank God for Frank, though, because, otherwise everyone would be like, hey, guess what? I got Frank's daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't have to live through that.
Good thing you were a good girl.
Yeah.
I'm hoping my daughters will be good girls like you.
Well, it's fair you
yeah,
got
I mean,
changed.
I hope they're not like my wife, who wasn't a good girl. I hope wish you would raise my daughters.
Well, would you be bothered if your father-in-law had so much money you could never give your wife a present or,
nope, not at all.
buy her a house?
I am totally secure with that. I could have Frank Sinatra as a father-in-law and kiss his ass day and night and wait for gifts. I could, honest to God, live with that whole pressure.
All right.
I don't understand guys who can't. If I was Tommy Sands, I would have said, hey, my wife's a piece of ass.
Pressure's off.
She can sing. All I got to do is have sex with her and go out and play golf or whatever the hell else I want to do. Keep her happy, keep Frank happy, and that's it.
But Howard, you're a man. You're a really good, strong man.
You got that right.
There are guys around who are not, and they can't handle it.
Let me tell you something. If I had a woman like you, I just would have sat back and said, "Hey, I hit the gold mine. I just got the lottery ticket. Jackpot. I got money. I got beautiful home. I got Frank Sinatra. I got Nancy.
Everybody's got a beautiful voice. We'll sit around and sing at Christmas.
You know what my job is today? I'd wake up, I'd open up the paper and say, my job is, I'll get Nancy naked. Maybe I'll tie her up today. I'll do some stuff, some oral favors. And
what does she like?
And then after she's completely pleased and totally turned on and begging me for more and totally satisfied, I'll go out and do whatever I damn well please. That would be my life. That would be it. You would have incredible sex every day. That would be it.
Well, hopefully that'll be in my future.
You like, if you like oral, I'm oral. You like anal, I'm into anal. You like anything you're into, I'm into, if I may say that. I'd worship your lap for 6 hours and make you smile. I'd put a smile on your face, and I'll tell you something, I keep myself in nice shape for her.
You take care of yourself.
You're a
You
sexy
bet.
guy, Howard.
I'm
right?
a sexy guy. This is what I tell the girls. And then when Frank comes over, make a beautiful pasta dish for my father-in-law. Dad, how are you? Trying to keep your daughter happy, trying to do the right thing. Son, do you need a little something? $1 million would be fine. Is my daughter happy? Your daughter is happy.
Listen now.
I'm always afraid to talk about your father because he'll beat my ass or something. I always think he has guys who could beat your ass.
I don't believe that.
What about your husband?
Fine.
Did your husband get his ass beat after the breakup, or was that just a rumor?
I never heard about that before
Really?
this morning.
Well, Tom says, our general manager
Our general manager
he
says
was saying some pretty unkind things from the stage.
Yeah, but he also lies. I mean, I saw him on a talk show. I think it was Sally Jesse he did a few years back, and now, my life is a matter of public record, right?
Right.
I mean, my parents' wedding was news around the world, and, I mean, everything's written down if
Right.
anybody cares about it. I mean, who cares at this point?
I care, honey.
Thank you. But he said my mother had to get married to my father because she was pregnant with me. And, I mean, he just made statements like that that are so ludicrous that can be so easily disproved that it's, everything he says is questionable now as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you were only married to the guy for 4 years. How much could he know?
Yeah, how could he know what your parents were doing before you were born?
Well, except that everybody knows my parents were married in February of '39. I mean, media people, if they want to look it up, they have access to it.
Who was your mother?
Nancy.
Nancy Sr.
Nancy Sr., right.
My mom was
I don't know everything about
Wait a
Frank.
minute. You know what's funny? They have another one of those situations. It was Nancy and Frank, and then they named their children Nancy and Frank.
Yeah, that's weird. That is
very
really
Italian.
weird.
That's very
I know.
Italian.
And what do they call you? Like, your mom was Nancy, and you're Nancy.
Little Nancy.
Little Nancy.
Yeah,
this
so
is going to be
now in middle age, it's pretty silly.
So when you go over to see your dad, is that like you can just run through the house and do whatever you want, or you got to stand on ceremony because of Barbara?
What do you mean, run through the house and do
you can
whatever I want?
I mean, like, do you feel comfortable there, or is Barbara like real uptight?
Oh no, Barbara.
She seems to run. She seems to rule the roost over there. Frank. He
She
seems
does, but
yeah.
she makes us feel very comfortable.
You think she's going to get the
She's
money?
a good lady. She takes
You don't think she's going to get the money, though, do you? She doesn't
don't
deserve
know.
all the money.
I don't know. If you find out, would you let me know?
You got to talk to your father about it. Don't be shy about it. Don't just do it in a nice way. Say, hey, Dad, I'm concerned. I just want to know. Maybe I'm out of line here, but
Barbara's lovely.
Barbara's a lovely woman, but she wasn't there from the beginning. She married you when you were very, very famous.
Yeah, but I'm independent. I'm not worried about that. He, as I said, he didn't set up trust funds early on for us. He did set up with my mother, set up something for my children.
Oh, I would love to have married you.
So, well,
you know what I
Can you imagine?
want to know?
Can you imagine that?
What?
My father-in-law sets me up.
No, your children.
Sets up my wife, Nancy Sinatra.
No, she didn't. He says he set up something for her children.
Oh, so believe me, she got her hands on that. You know how to get your hands on that, I hope. This is not a stupid girl.
Listen, how long are we going to talk about my father?
All right, let me talk about. All right, here.
One more question. I got to know what it was like to have Mia Farrow for a stepmother.
Mia Farrow is a great, great lady. She is so much fun, and
Well, you
we
love
were
everything.
friends.
You love everybody.
Do I? Do
Yeah.
I sound kissy face?
No,
No,
well, you do.
No.
I mean,
she
I would.
is great. She was great. We used to hang out together. She and my sister and I. We used to hang out and on the road with Pop and stuff.
And how great was
Fun.
it?
Was like,
How great was it when you had a hit with These Boots Are Made for Walking? Finally, you look at your father and say, "Hey, look at me.
yeah, I was
I'm famous
great.
too. It's beautiful."
He started introducing himself as Nancy's father.
See, that makes you feel good. And poor Frank Jr., I always felt... You see, Frank Jr.'s a boy. It's harder for a boy.
Yeah.
Sure it is. But, he chose that swimming upstream thing, and he's done a good job of it. He's made a living, and he's been happy, and it's what he likes to do, so who can knock him for
I think he secretly resents your father.
No.
What's
You
the
don't?
deal with him and Heidi Fleiss?
Hey, is he going to marry? Is he going to marry Heidi Fleiss? Come on, tell the
No.
truth. Yes, he is. Your dad is upset
My
about it.
brother
right?
has a beautiful girlfriend. She lives in Texas. She's a lawyer. And, no, he's not involved with Heidi. He befriended her because he saw a look on her face that he said reminded him of himself after his kidnapping in '63, when the press accused him of being part of the publicity.
Yeah, I was going to say, I always thought he had kidnapped himself.
Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, right.
He didn't?
No.
I guess
Oh,
not.
I thought he did. I thought that was known fact.
God, no. And it aged my mother 10 years. It was awful. I
Really?
don't even like to think about it. But he saw that look on her face that he felt he had, I guess. I don't know. But he reached out and befriended her. And
What are you going to do? You going to do Playboy and be naked?
I did that already. Yeah, I did
You're
it.
going to do it again, I heard.
And like Robin says, I don't know who's going to care, but I did it.
I care.
I did it because of a lot of reasons, but the main reason is, not that you asked me, but the main reason is just because I'm middle-aged doesn't mean that I don't feel the same things I felt before.
You still have sexual needs.
A lot of people...
You have
the
sexual
baby
needs.
Are you a baby boomer?
Of course I'm a baby boomer.
Okay, well, the baby boomers are right behind me, you know.
Right.
They're coming up right behind me, and it's important. In the 60s, I brought the miniskirt from Carnaby Street.
Miniskirt.
In mid-60s, and people were laughing at me saying, you know, in the middle of the night, dancing, saying, what are you going to do, go play tennis or what?
You have a boyfriend?
They didn't, do I?
Yeah.
No, not really. I wish I did.
When's the last time you had a man? A real man? That's right.
Well, a while back.
You come down here, I'll show you a couple of tricks. Just don't tell my wife. I'll teach you how to love. You've never really been loved. You've had boyfriends. I can tell with you.
Yeah,
You've never experienced real love.
Is that right?
I can tell. I see it in your eyes.
But I had a happy marriage for 15 years.
Who were you married to?
His name was Hugh Lambert.
Yeah, so if it was so happy.
Choreographer of the Sullivan Show.
Yeah, meanwhile, where is he now?
He died.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He died in 85, and that's
Boy,
when
Howard.
Well,
Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
what did he die from?
Cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
My wife has cancer.
No.
Yeah, she's dying. I want to marry you.
I want to.
Once she goes, I'm going to link up with you.
So anyway, I quit work to raise my kids, Howard.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I
That's a
didn't want...
sad story.
Well, no, it's not.
Can you change that story? This is a light morning show.
I'm sorry.
Say you just haven't seen your husband in a while.
I haven't, actually.
So you wouldn't be lying.
Oh, so you really did have real love.
Oh, yeah. I did.
Just don't say he died. Say he went to Mars.
Okay.
Was he a much older man?
10 years older.
Oh, you never had love from a young man like myself.
Well, yeah. Actually, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Real love?
I think so.
All right, so you don't have to brag. All right, listen. All right, now what are you up to? You going to make another country album or something?
I made an album. It's called One More Time.
Where is this album? Why do I not have
It's
it?
not out yet. It's
Oh.
just being mixed right now.
Oh.
It's coming out, I think, the first week in February.
Are you going to wear white mini boots and a little mini skirt when you do the video?
No, but well, you know what? I haven't even thought about video. I guess I have to get into that. Huh?
I saw you on TV. The body is still awesome.
I look pretty good, I guess.
That's
I
some
mean, I don't
chest
know.
on you. You got some chest.
No, I don't. I
Yes,
look
you
like,
do.
I know. I
Gorgeous.
looked in the they gave me the rejects from the Playboy shoot. And
How are those gorgeous legs?
look like
To me, what I remember on you, the ass and the legs.
really was that.
Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? That's what I think about when it comes to you.
With you, I love the smile and the hair,
Well, you haven't been up close.
and the eyes are nifty too.
Now, how did Frank feel about your posing?
Those boots were made for looking above the boots. You understand what I'm saying? Those boots were made for inheriting and looking above.
Now, really, how does Frank feel about the layout?
Well,
Tell him to keep his mouth shut. You're a grown woman. You can do whatever you want. You go in and tell him that.
I mean, are you going to show your father these pictures?
I think he was disappointed it wasn't Hustler.
No, your father's got to be upset about that when he sees.
No, he's not upset about it.
I'd like to see a layout with you and Barbara.
Together?
Yeah. Posing together, posing nude. Yeah, the love set. You and your stepmommy.
I told my sister she ought to do a layout. She's the pretty one in this family.
No, don't even
But,
suggest that.
speaking of Tina Howard, she said to tell you when she was doing Larry King, I guess it was a couple of years ago, somebody called in and mentioned your name, and Larry hung up real fast.
Yeah, I don't condone that. You sound like a lot of fun.
Who, me?
Yeah, I like you. I like you. I get along with you.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was going to happen. I was going to call you a long time ago, but I didn't have a hotline number till now.
You know, I'm glad you do. You feel free to pick up that phone now. When will the album be out? You'll come in and see me when the album is out.
Okay, I will.
You come in and promote.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, and we'll discuss your father's will.
It'll be out in February, and my reissues are coming out. Oh, Howard.
What, if these boots are made for walking?
You got to get those. The CDs are coming out on my old albums.
Well, when it comes out, you come in here and promote.
Okay.
And wear a short little dress.
All right. Well, see, you look at the pictures first, and then you tell me if I should wear a short dress.
Who's the most famous guy you ever had sex with?
Jeez. I'm not going to tell you
Come
that.
on, just give me something
so
good.
Many famous
I would have thought it would have been. I would have thought it would have been Elvis, but I'm shocked that you never made it with the King.
No, never did. I started to tell you that I was married. Then when we did the movie, he was married. Priscilla was pregnant. I gave her her baby shower.
Yeah, that ruined it for her. When
And
she
then-
got pregnant, the King was not interested.
He was out of there.
And
Besides,
then I
I
got
heard-
married again.
He wasn't even good in bed, the King. He had a small weenie. And he didn't like intercourse.
How do you know that?
Because I was in bed with him one night.
Oh.
Ever do any celebrity kids? Like, you know, children of other celebrities?
Yeah, who are your friends?
I bet you got Dean Martin's son.
No. But what a doll.
Little Ricky?
Did you ever get Little Ricky?
No.
Lucy, where's Nancy with little Ricky?
Did Priscilla complain a lot about the King? Did she, like, say, hey, man, the guy just doesn't give me any?
No.
Because all he liked to do was watch monkeys wrestle.
No, but she was gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
What a gorgeous woman she is.
Sound like you were attracted, maybe, on some level.
No.
Ever get into that?
No.
Never got into
Did
lesbianism?
you never did that.
What, lesbianism? I tried a few.
No.
What?
You are heterosexual, right?
Are we still on the air?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm heterosexual. Sure. Of course I'm heterosexual. I'm more man than any woman could handle. What is it?
Hi, Nancy. Is this Baba Booey?
Yes.
She talks about every rumor that anyone's heard about her. Were you ever involved with Michael Caine?
Oh, Michael Caine, the actor?
Caine?
You had him?
No, I had one date with him. It was a fix-up. The Paramount people fixed me up with him for his, I forget which movie was coming out, Ipcress File or something.
Why does my movie studio Reicher not fix me up with anybody?
They haven't fixed you up with anyone?
I never. But everyone gets fixed up by the movie studio. I never get fixed up. I have to go out with girls for the movie studio.
But
to be seen.
listen, he saw I was smitten with him, and
Yeah.
he kissed me goodnight, and he said, I'm not going to call you, Nancy, he said, because I can tell that you're a nice person, and I'm going to go through every girl in this town.
Well, that was
That's
good.
funny.
He warned you.
That's great. Yeah, well, you know, everyone's afraid of Nancy because of her father.
Yeah, he didn't want to mess her over.
You ever have any of the Rat Pack?
No.
You never slept with any of your father's friends?
No.
You never slept with Dean Martin?
No. Gosh, no. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Pretty boring, huh?
Yeah. No, I'm sure there's
No
plenty there.
rebellion? No nothing?
Oh, she rebelled.
No rebellion?
Ever seen?
No, I think maybe now with this Playboy thing,
That's rebelling.
there are a lot of people who don't think 50 is sexy.
I do. Sure, it's sexy.
Well,
Ever seen? Hey, when you were growing up, did you ever see Dean Martin barf?
No.
Ever meet JFK?
Yes.
Ever have sex with JFK?
No.
You met Jackie too, then, huh?
I met Jackie after her.
Ever smoked pot with Jackie?
No.
Oh, I'm talking about our
Not
Jackie.
Jackie.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh,
Jackie.
sorry.
Jackie.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
No, I don't smoke pot anymore.
Ever smoked pot with Mia?
No, just on the road with my friends, musicians.
Right. Cool. When
My
are you
dad
gonna go? When are you going over your dad's next?
I was just there for his birthday last weekend.
Were there cool people there? Why don't you invite me? I'll be your escort. I'll go over. Imagine I show up
your
at friend.
father to live a long time.
He'd have a heart attack if I walked in. Tell your dad to get a different toupee.
He'd probably love you, Howard.
I don't like the hair he's wearing now.
I think
Frank.
it makes him look younger, don't you?
No, I don't like Frank's hair now. I don't.
He wears it because of the lights
He doesn't need it.
stuff. And
Tell him to get rid of that.
person, he doesn't wear it, at home.
Oh, you mean at home he doesn't wear it?
No.
You
I
see
think
Frank
he looks
bald at home?
great.
You see him bald at
Well,
home?
he's not totally bald.
Hey, what happened with your dad in that speech at the
Grammys?
The Grammys. What was that all about? I thought they were smart to cut him off.
Well,
Was he upset about it?
no.
He didn't care, right?
No.
I think it was a good idea to cut him off.
You know, you have to remember that in the Radio City Music Hall, the speech continued until it was over. You know, the audience there
heard
everything.
Does Frank ever throw darts at Tony Bennett's picture?
No, he loves Tony Bennett.
He does. You got a pool in your backyard?
Uh-huh.
You still wear a thong?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep.
Now, what are your kids up to?
My kids are both in college now, which is why I'm back to work.
You can still wear a thong?
Well, I don't know if I'd wear it on the beach, but I wear it around the house, and I wear that kind of underwear, you know.
Ooh. What are you wearing right now?
A white nightie.
No panties?
No.
Bra?
No.
So it's totally see-through.
Yeah.
Can you rub the phone on your leg?
But no,
All right, listen.
Nobody's here but me. What a drag.
What, did she have girls or boys?
I have 2 daughters.
Oh, so you have to worry about them.
Yeah, well.
Are they hot like you?
Times are different now, right?
Right.
I mean, we went to the gynecologist when they were 14 and 15.
Really?
I didn't waste any time.
Getting them birth control and stuff?
Yeah, and just, you know, giving them somebody to talk to about that sort of thing besides me.
Now, your mother's name was Nancy, and I understand your 2 daughters' names are both Nancy. Nancy and Nancy. Is that true? Now, someone told me. I read that in a book. There's Nancy 1 and Nancy 2.
Loony.
Nancy, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. You, when you're promoting these albums, you get in the studio. You understand when they come out. Come over here.
Can I be on your TV show?
No, you'll be on my lap.
Okay, great.
You'll do the whole interview nude on my lap.
You don't wonder what it's like to be the granddaughters of Frank Sinatra and your mother be Nancy Sinatra at school? The guys are after those girls, Howard.
How did you know guys loved you for you? You know what I'm saying? That's the hard part of being Nancy Sinatra. You never know.
And so for the daughters, too. I worry that they're not duped by some of these awful gold-digging boys.
No. But their name is Lambert.
Oh,
you know,
so
that's a little different.
They covered up.
Yeah.
All right, say hi to Frank for me.
Okay, sweetie.
When you come in here, what we're going to do is we're going to call your dad. I'll discuss the will with him. So you don't have to be doing that. All right? You understand?
Yeah.
And do the smart thing. You be all over that father. You could bring it up to him.
Don't let him forget who you are.
Right, because you're talking about an incredible wealth.
How often does Tina go over?
Tina probably goes every day. And Nancy's just sticking around, going around every 2 or 3 weeks. Tina's going to get the whole mother load.
Frank's on tour with him.
And Frank Jr. is going to get tons of money because he's there on tour with him. You're going to end up with nothing.
Listen, I got to get the door. The Brinks truck is waiting.
Oh, all right. Nice to speak to you. Come in here, all right?
Howard.
I'll get my hands. I'll give you some therapeutic massage.
Hey, listen, thanks for all this time. It was so nice of you.
Please, I could do this forever.
It's really nice.
Until we meet, my darling.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Charmed life.
Oh, wouldn't it be great to have parents who are set?
She hit the lottery when she was born.
Yep.
Right? Right, guys?
Absolutely.
Good-looking broad, et cetera, et cetera.
And then had a hit record.
And that's nice. Hit record.
Hit 2.
2 hit records.
2 or 3.
Yeah, I think so.
And all she got to do is just make sure she stays on the right side of Frank. And believe me,
That ain't hard to do.
that ain't hard to do. Sometimes, hey, at
You
this
just
point,
wait till you're in a good mood and you go see him.
he might not even know he's in the room at that point. You just stay there and, right. Hi, Daddy. Who's that?
I agree, Daddy.
I agree. I didn't say nothing. I still agree.
But you were right.
But you were right all along.
You're a very
smart girl. You were right since I was 5. I was wrong.
You wear a hat.
Yeah, you're right. Get a T-shirt. It says, "You're right, Dad." Super.
Oh, what Christmas must have been like at their house.
You marry a piece of ass like that, and our father's Frank Sinatra. Oofa. Just.
There is no downside to that, is there?
No. I don't know what Tommy Sand's story is, but boy, oh boy, I would have played it a whole lot different. What do you need today, Nancy? Oral sex? Is that what you need? Or you want to be flipped over? Lay down on the bed, I'll perform right now. Give you a good 2-hour session. And
you
then
would be a student of sex.
Yeah.
You know every position.
I'd write up a menu, say, you pick out what you need today.
Bring in the chair.
Yeah.
You'd work through the Kama Sutra.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Guys don't know how to play it. They don't know how to play it.
She'd be one happy woman.
And I certainly don't. I'm not threatened by Frank Sinatra. Hey, you want to be my father-in-law and give me some money every time you see me? Go right ahead.
You could
spoil
say you're
me.
right, too.
Yeah, spoil me.
You wouldn't argue opinions with him. You wouldn't have your own politics.
Wouldn't have a life of my own. I'd live my life for Frank.
You would convert to his religion.
Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever he's praying to, I'm there. Here's the way I would play it. I drew a little cartoon here. There's Frank, got bad hair on, right? I go, you're perfect, Dad. Hey?
You look lovely.
There it is.
Thank you, sweetie.
Dad, you look perfect.
Thank you, sweetie.
Who did your hair?
Who did your hair today? You look perfect.
I did it myself.
Well, you're very talented.
Thank you.
You'd actually work for your father-in-law.
I absolutely would. I would be his band leader.
Sing hey, Dad.
Yeah.
And a 1 million and a 2 million.
Hey, Howard, you big stupid idiot. The band is off. Sorry, Dad. I'll go fix it.
There'd be no humiliation too great to endure.
I meant to ask Nancy Sinatra if when Jilly was alive, that was Frank's boy.
Yeah.
Did he have to pick up Frank's underpants?
You think she ever saw that side?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe Frank kept that from her.
We never even asked who was around the pool when she was growing up.
Yeah, but she seems kind of uptight about that. She wouldn't even tell me if Dean Martin vomited in front of her.
And her father had a reputation in Hollywood.
Right.
He slept with everything in a skirt.
Yeah. Can you blame him?
I just wonder if she got to see all those people.
Sure she did. I'll marry her and I'll just kiss Frank's ass all day. It'd be beautiful. I'd be the band leader. I'd be and a 1 million, and a 2 million, and a 3 million. Let's go, band.
That's why you count this off. You always with that million.
It's always a million. It's not and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. It's a 1 and a 2 and a 3 million. Scooby Dooby Doo. Let's go, Dad. Sing Scooby Dooby Doo. The people love it.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
You sound as good as ever.
It's like cash register ringing.
You're not kidding. You're talking maybe $200 million this guy's got.
At least.
Yep.
And he's still raking it in.
Oh, yeah. And what's the worst part of your job? You got to, make love to Nancy Sinatra? That's bad? Go figure that out. All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with the news right after these words. Let's do some news, Robin.
Remember George McGovern, the former presidential candidate and senator from South Dakota?
No, what did he do?
I'm not going through that list again.
Yeah, he was the guy who ran against Nixon.
Yeah, he was a liberal guy. Well,
I'm going to break in, and that was Watergate, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to break in. I'm up 100 points in the polls. I'm going to break in.
Well, he is reported in the paper today as saying one of his 4 daughters is dead. She was found dead on Tuesday in Madison, Wisconsin. Her father said she had suffered from alcoholism for years.
Hey, you can die from that? Hey.
I think she was powerless to control it, McGovern said. It's not like she didn't try to overcome it.
Blame yourself, George. All those years on the campaign trail, not paying attention to the kids.
If you're not one of the few lucky ones who can control it, Howard, you die.
You die. Jackie, did you hear that, what George McGovern said?
I'm deaf to that.
Teresa
I don't care what he
McGovern, who was 45, presumably died of exposure. See, she was drinking and she just fell out there and froze to death, I guess.
Was she nude?
I don't know what state she was in.
Hey, it's not going to happen to me. My dad at least phoned home once in a while. I feel good about my drinking. Maybe if he'd joined her in a few drinks, a couple of schnapps, she'd be alive today.
Ms. McGovern had been in a Madison alcohol detoxification center.
Right.
So apparently she broke out, got something to drink, and died. Her parents had reported her missing on Monday.
Yeah, it's always a drag when your kids do stuff to embarrass you like that. I hope my kids turn out real normal. I don't want anybody coming to me and going, hey, guess what?
Oh, yeah, Stern's daughter. Ooh,
Stern's daughter's a drunk. I hear she's a psychiatrist 5 days a week. It's like a full-time job for her.
She's a real mess.
Yeah, I'm hoping my kids come through.
Well, you know what everybody will say if your kids turn out to be a mess.
Right. Oh, well, of course.
Look at who their father was.
Right, yeah. They won't blame the mother, who was awful. I was a great dad.
Your name will be Mud.
I helped my kid with her homework last night.
Uh-oh.
My middle daughter, Deborah. Now
I thought they were good in school.
They are, but I have to once in a while. Oh, it was the worst homework assignment. I hate these teachers who give meaningless homework assignments.
What was the homework assignment?
We had to go through the numbers 1 through 12
Yeah.
and come up with groups of things. In other words, like for the number 2, you could think of a pair of shoes,
Uh-huh.
2 eyes, 2 ears,
Things that go together in two.
2 breasts, of course, which I didn't say.
You gave that to her.
No, I didn't. That's not on our
yes,
homework.
Yes, David answered 2 breasts.
2 breasts. No, I said, there's like 3 wheels on a tricycle, 3 lines.
Triangle,
3 lines
sides.
on a... Yeah, right. So then you get to 4, and you're like, okay. Yeah, I guess we got to 11. I'm like, what comes in 11? Like 12 is easy, a dozen. You can go a dozen eggs, or whatever.
Yeah. 11 Lords of Leaping is the only thing.
I thought of it's got to be it can't be 11 Lords of Leaping. It's got to be.
But what comes in 11?
Like 3 was easy. I did 3 Stooges, stuff like that.
Yeah. What is 11?
I didn't get one.
Oh, poor girl.
I said there's 11.
A football team.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, well, why don't you call a football
Why don't
team?
you help the kid with her homework?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, why don't you come over and help, dummy?
Gary's kid's going to be...
Like 5 was easy. 5 fingers on a hand, 5 fingers on a foot. 10 was easy. 10 fingers, 10 toes, whatever.
9 is the baseball team. What'd you do for 9?
Couldn't get that. I just was not into it. I was trying to watch entertainment
5
tonight.
is a basketball team.
I basically, but when we got up to 6, I said, "Where's Mommy? Why isn't she helping you with this? Mommy's out." I said, "She's good at this." The only thing I came up for 11 was 11 inches in my pants, and I thought that was inappropriate for an 8-year-old to bring into school.
Well, I know you got 12 was easy, right?
12 inches on a good day. 12 inches with a sock. 12 I got because of a dozen, and 12
and a
minutes.
Foot, 12 inches is a foot.
12 hours on the clock.
Sure.
12. Okay, 12 I could handle.
But what was 11 a football team?
Yeah, and what's 8? I said an octagon.
Yeah.
8 legs on an octopus.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, 8 legs on a spider.
I said there's 8 billiard balls, even though I knew there were 9. I just lied. Or there's like 13 or 14. I just lied. I just had to guess. I said there's 8 billiard balls. She goes, no, there's not.
Sent her to school.
Yeah. So our homework's a little wrong. At least she has something on the paper, but it's more than these other kids have. so she's just say my dad's a moron.
Teach you, I wonder.
Nothing. It teaches me that I miss shows I have to watch in order to make a living. Things I have to be on top of.
What good was that assignment? You're right.
I don't know.
Worthless.
Yeah, I do weird homework every night now.
Just wait till, what grade is she in now?
My wife used to handle all the homework, and all of a sudden Deborah is coming to me because she likes doing homework with Daddy, and it's like, I'm telling her I don't know anything.
Well, what are you going to do when she finds out you're stupid?
I know. You know what we had to do the other night? We had to do money. Like, she would hand me $1, and we had to do change.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to do it.
She ripped you up.
No, I mean, it was like, she goes, okay, an item costs 43 cents.
Yeah.
And I have to give change, and I'm giving you $1.
Right.
I said, well, there's a cash machine. You don't have to think of that.
Wait,
Yeah, right.
The cash
And you hope they know what they're doing.
Change, you punch in $1.
I said, you're not going to be a cashier. You're my daughter. You're going to entertainment.
You don't have to know.
You don't have to know that. Well, how's that useful in your life? You get an account. I said, Robin can't do that. I can't do it.
Oh, stop it.
I hear you.
So the only guy I know who needs to know that is Vic's father. He runs a magazine stand, doesn't he?
It's very dangerous doing homework with your children.
No, then I showed her, like, the easiest way to do it.
Is with your fingers.
Well, no. I said, here, if you have 43 cents, you count to the pennies. 44, 45, you get to an even number, then you go a nickel to 50, and it's always a $half. So I taught her that.
Did she understand what you were saying?
Oh, yeah, even though Fred doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I explained it a little more clearly than that.
Oh.
But that's the way you would teach it, right?
Did you get real money and show them?
Yeah, we had to do that.
Well,
that was part of the
perfect.
homework. Yeah.
That's the perfect way to do it.
I hate doing homework.
You didn't like it when it was you?
Yeah, I mean, why am I now doing homework? I don't even understand it.
The homework you
It's
should
like
have
a
been
curse.
Yeah.
It's come back to haunt you.
That's the trick I got to teach you about being a father. Once you do homework with the kids once, They keep coming back to you.
So don't be good at it the first time.
Don't be good at the first time. Let mommy do it. My wife used to have to do it all the time. Now Deborah loves doing homework with me. It's like I'm cursed.
It's like even if you do it, just don't make it fun.
Right. Yeah, yell a lot. My father used to yell at me when I did. Stupid. He would say that. He'd go, you're stupid.
And you get like a knot in your stomach if you couldn't do the homework, and now you got to go ask your father?
I just stopped doing the homework and smoked a lot of pot. That's what I did. I tuned them right out. And it used to be so angry and bitter whenever I'd go down to my father. Like I remember in 5th grade, I still couldn't do multiplication.
Oh, boy.
It was an issue, and the teacher gave me a D in math.
Yeah.
My father goes, you're so stupid. Go, why don't you come to me? I go, well, I feel uptight. I want to be able to do it. He goes, all right, you idiot. I'll get flashcards, and I'll flashcard you.
Oh, boy.
And he would, after every flashcard, he was like, no, you stupid moron. So it was like, what fun is this?
You were a mess as a child.
Yeah.
I could see that. You know what I used to do? I used to learn it.
We're smart.
And then I'd go give my parents a flashcard.
Oh,
I was
really?
impressing them.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do that. I never learned that.
See, I'm a genius.
You are. I played it all wrong. Oh, man. It was and then after a while, I just wanted to do homework.
Yeah.
Because, then my parents had to get me tutors. I was
know,
so stupid.
I couldn't even, that was like out of the realm of reality for me. Tutors.
I had a math tutor from 9th grade forward.
Who ever heard of such a thing?
Yeah. My parents had to pay another teacher to come in the house afterwards and explain everything that went on in school that I couldn't follow because I was too high.
How often?
Once a week. I had a Spanish tutor.
And did it help your grades?
No.
Oh. Did they make fun of you? The other kids make fun of you?
I tried to keep it a secret, but one of my friends told the class that I had a tutor. I still had a 70 average.
That's embarrassing.
Stupid.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's why. Well, I think when I went to college, I had to take moron college. I didn't even deserve to go to college. It was a goof. The whole thing was a goof. And it pisses everyone off that I'm successful. Everyone who knows, Dr. Lou Weinstein hates me.
Because he knew everything.
It drives him nuts. He knows I don't know a thing in the world.
Ooh.
Drives him crazy.
Bothers me and Fred.
Yeah, it bothers everybody.
I'm sitting here now.
It bothers me.
Why are we working with him?
I know. You're working with a moron. Yeah. Tutors. It was more embarrassing than that. I had tutors and still flunked it.
See, I thought at least if you had tutors, you got good grades.
No, I had a network of guys who used to give me the answers to tests. They felt bad for me. Biology, I don't think I was honest on one test. I had to cheat on every test.
Boy, oh boy, Howard.
I always thought that would help you in life.
What?
Being a good cheat.
Well, it obviously did. I was great at it.
I was too. I thought, geez, if I spent half of this time learning this stuff.
Yeah, if I had a whole plan.
I don't know what I'm doing working with any of you. Do you know I could do long division in my head? I never even had to show the work on the paper.
Really?
Yeah,
all right, I'm going to give you a test. Give her a test.
This was then, not now.
Oh, let's see. Go ahead, Jackie.
I used to like to keep my papers neat.
7,000 divided by 14.
No. I'm just going to tell you what I used to do.
What's the answer?
I used to like to keep my papers neat, so I never wanted to have all that scratching on the bottom. So I used to do it in my head and just write.
How many times does 14 go into? How many times?
And I'm not going to do it for you now.
Yeah, you're so full of it.
Oh, I wish I'd saved those papers.
Yeah. I don't know. I was always flashcarded. I thought stupid moron was written on the back of the flashcard.
I created my own shorthand. It took me 10 seconds.
Am I going to get a lecture on how smart you were?
It took me 10 seconds to write my homework in my book.
Yeah. Right I've seen you with math, my dear.
She discovered fire.
Yeah. We'll go back and check that out.
And then I cured polio. In 5th grade, no less.
I had a 4th grade teacher who was so angry at me because I was sitting there doing nothing while everybody was scribbling this homework.
Oh.
And she came in.
Are we going to hear how smart she was?
Apparently. Yes.
Apparently.
She erased the board and she said, now you rewrite that in longhand if that is what the homework is and those little squiggles.
Really?
And then I wrote it out and she got so angry at me.
Let me ask you a question, Howard.
Can we get a blackboard? I don't think she could even do it long.
I'm with you. Well, the time that Robin could do that. Don't be a wise guy. What?
Did you cheat in college?
Did I cheat in college? No.
Yeah,
I was a moron in college.
Well, yeah, but like I cheated through high school. Then
I was a film. I used to watch Bergman films.
Yeah,
I did a
how
cheat.
did you cheat?
When I went But didn't you feel stupid because you were paying? Like I was paying for it out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
You felt like an idiot for cheating.
Well, I felt when I got to college, I said I'm gonna really try hard. because my dad's paying for this.
Right.
That made sense to me.
Although I cheated once in my senior year, I took some computer course. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand computers back then.
Well, I never cheated because the kind of courses I took.
Yeah, but didn't it,
you didn't need to cheat.
Like when we took tests, the teachers would say, "Okay, I'll be back in an hour," which is really weird. I mean, for somebody to be.
Well, the point is, if you're an adult at that point and you're going to college, what's the point? If you want to cheat, go ahead.
If you're going to cheat, what are they going to do?
Yeah, like what are they going to do with it?
You're only fooling
yourself. Exactly. You're only fooling yourself. Yeah.
At that point.
But in
at
high
that
school,
point, you're the goofy one. You're sitting there like, for what reason?
But in high school, that you couldn't figure out enough ways to cheat.
Yeah. Oh, please. High school was torture.
Didn't it drive you crazy? You'd get a little cheat sheet and write all the answers on a little cheat sheet, and then the only thing you'd remember is the little stuff on the cheat sheet.
Yeah,
you didn't know anything else. Would never have to take it out.
And I used to be so nervous when I cheated because I knew I was going to get caught, and my hands were shaking. I was so bad at it. I used to cheat off this guy.
Did you at least cheat off somebody good?
No.
Oh.
I didn't even know who to cheat off. Because people who know stuff don't want to. This guy, John, I think his name was John Brown in my math class. Used to let me cheat off, and the guy felt bad for me.
I got in so much trouble in a Spanish class because I couldn't understand anything, and the guy gave us a quiz, and the quiz was 10 words, and you had to write what the Spanish word was, and I cheated off the guy in front of me, and we both had the same ridiculous answers.
Yeah,
we had if the answer was like hat, we had like shoe.
Right.
And exact.
That's nothing. I cheated all through Spanish, and it turned out that after 2 years of Spanish, I still didn't know a thing.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was a big class. Teacher never called on me or anything. So they invented this thing. The school got some money or something and invented something called the language lab.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the language lab was terrible.
The language lab meant that the teacher could listen to you on headphones.
Oh, yes.
And single you out and say, okay, repita.
Right.
Repeat the sentence and tell me what it means.
Escucha
and then
repita.
it dawned on her, after 2 years of teaching me, this woman, that I didn't know one Spanish word.
But you weren't.
It was the most embarrassing day of my life.
Solo you.
After 2 years, because I took Spanish.
I only could say one sentence after 2 years.
We know that sentence.
Mis avios de pesca en la cocina.
I took Spanish for 8 years, and I can't speak any of it.
Me neither.
And the really tough thing was, you could really fake your way by classes, which I did for like 5 years, and then I got some guy who decided he was only teaching the class in Spanish.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, some retarded idea.
If you had to go to the bathroom, you had to ask in Spanish.
El baño.
I couldn't get anything right.
I must have had the same problem. Hey, let's have a conversation in Spanish.
Okay.
Hola.
Hola, Eduardo.
Hola, Gary. ¿Cómo está usted?
Bien. ¿Dónde está Robin?
Robin es... He asked me where you were.
Oh, where am I?
Robin es trabajo.
She's working.
Robin is working.
But you're right. You didn't do the. That was when they really got you.
Yeah.
You couldn't figure out the tenses and stuff.
¿Cómo está usted?
Bien.
You already
did that already.
Let's meet them. Say ¿y tú?
¿Y tú?
Muy bien.
Eduardo, escuche y repita, por favor.
Oh, no problema. ¿Cómo está usted? I thought you asked me to repeat that.
I said, listen and repeat, please.
Oh, okay.
But you didn't listen to it.
Oh, I thought you
say something.
And the only reason I know that is because that's how every lab started. It started with, they would say, hardcore brace, class number 25. And then we go, escuchan y repitan, por favor.
Yeah.
And then you would, and then the teacher would zero into your headphones.
Right.
Yeah.
And go, my name was Ricardo. Because there was no Gary.
It would be like, Ricardo. All of a sudden you hear your teacher, like while the record was playing. Hey, wait, do we have that Spanish record? I could actually simulate this.
You know that book?
Gary's name was Ricardo?
Retardo.
Mine was Esteban, I think. Because there was no such thing as Howard.
Our.
That's Stephen, isn't it?
Stephen.
Our.
I was Stephen in Spanish class.
I don't know why they had to rename you.
Well, they wanted to give you like a Spanish name.
Did you ever get caught?
What?
Cheating?
No.
I almost got expelled.
Did you really?
I got detention one day, and I was sitting in detention, and I didn't even take German, but the German teacher came in and Xeroxed this final. And in the old days, it was like a mimeograph. There was like a piece
Blue
of carbon with the stuff, and it was in the garbage. And I said, oh, look at this. But the secretary was sitting right there. I'm having a brain in my head. I said, look at this. Oh, keep this. And the next day on the school bus, I said to somebody, hey, who's taking German? You want to buy the final?
Oh, you sold the final?
No, I never sold it.
Gorilla said he cheated on his Regents. Which is pretty tough because
I didn't cheat on the Regents.
You'd still be arrested.
I got a 99 on the algebra Regents.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was my big claim to fame.
An algebra?
Yeah. I don't know. It was a total fluke. Total fluke.
Wow.
99.
I got 100 on one, but I cheated. But I didn't really cheat. No, you know how they come around and talk to you, Howard, during the test? The teacher came around and stood right in front of me, talking to the guy in front of me with his test held behind his back.
Shut up, all right? Thanks. No one cares. All right.
He was a master cheater. He's just got to let you know.
Did I ever tell you that I took the Regents?
Wait, I'm doing Spanish language lab here.
Elena, alguien
Wait.
llama a la puerta.
So you're listening to this and you're supposed to repeat.
Right.
Right. ¿Tienes?
Es el cartero.
Es el cartero.
¿Hay cartas para mí?
Hay cartas para mí.
Sí.
Then all of a sudden,
Hay
you hear,
una.
Esteban.
Mamá, es de los
Esteban.
adultos.
Yes, Mrs. Ginsburg?
La abuela es
Repita.
Querida Clara.
Querida Clara. No, repita your previous sentence. Like, what?
De semana.
Did you do your homework? Now, what is she saying? Tell me the translation of the following sentence, please. Tell me, Esteban.
Por la tarde.
For being late?
Muy lindo.
No. Listen to the next sentence and tell me what it means.
De noviembre.
You know, te noviembre, what is November?
Tiempo magnífico.
No. Did you read the chapter?
Now, are they saying this in English to you or in Spanish?
She didn't try Spanish with me. And I'd be like, all right, now tell me this sentence. And she'd be talking, you couldn't even hear it. The chickens are all sick? No. That was last week. The chickens were sick.
Vamos a la finca.
How did you get chickens are sick from vamos?
No sé.
No sé. I do not understand.
Llama a papá por
And she goes, I will come back to you.
Ahora mismo, mamá.
And that's how it went. And you felt like a real jerk.
I can see why you thought high school was a nightmare.
It was a nightmare. I was never prepared.
I used to be in language lab. Nobody ever spoke to me.
Right.
Oh, man. Didn't you hate...
Because you knew your lesson. They knew you knew it.
Didn't you hate how the teachers, even though they weren't Spanish, would over-pronounce everything? Like, I had, like, a Jewish lady, and her name was Mrs. Sternheim.
Yeah, I had Mrs. Ginsburg.
She would go, Ricardo.
Yeah, right. Like, and you don't know Spanish people talk like
She used to make us sit in class, and we had to do this. I'll never forget. Roll your R's.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, man. I just wanted to kill myself when I was in school.
I'm taking Spanish.
Yeah, teach me how to say something practical for Spanish, like, please don't stab me, my wallet is in my coat. Then I'll pay attention. Just give me something that'll help me in later life.
Didn't you hate the kids that talk and use the accent?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You
I knew.
hated me then.
Today we will speak Castilian. I can't speak the other kind. What is that?
Wait, they were teaching us dialect.
Castilla.
Yes.
Yes.
Cartagena.
Barcelona.
And then Mrs. Ginsburg would come back from her Spanish vacation and be like, I was in Barcelona.
Did you have to watch all the
for slides? So she could write it off as a business expense.
Nice. Every language teacher did that.
I was very fortunate. I went to Machu Picchu. and you were so excited that you got to watch her dopey slides instead of learning Spanish.
Well, watching her slides was a day that she wouldn't call on.
Yeah. Oh, a reprieve. What an awful, awful language, that Spanish. A filthy, filthy language.
I had a French teacher say, when you cross that sill, you are in France.
Yeah.
And we never spoke English in the class.
And filthy language, the French, the Spanish, all these are filthy mongrel languages.
And then what the students...
English is so refined.
Because you can't learn them.
Oh, please.
No,
there should be one language.
The students you really, really wanted to choke were the ones that they told you that if you could learn one Romance language, all the others came easily.
Right.
So then there were kids who took Italian and French and Spanish because they were all similar, and they spoke all of them, and I couldn't even say hello.
Right. I know. I had a friend like that.
Hated them.
You know who was great at Spanish? You know that guy on Channel 12 on Long Island, that guy I know, Scott Possessor?
Yeah.
He was a Spanish genius.
Ooh.
He was one of these guys who would instantly memorize Spanish. He would just show him the page, and he could memorize it.
Wow.
Yeah. Now he's doing some show on Channel 12 about how to get people jobs. So how well did he do?
And he's doing it in English.
Yeah.
A lot of good he did.
Yeah, great. So you memorized every stupid Spanish phrase. Hey, look at all the people in the world who speak Spanish, their first language. None of them are doing anything good. Except Gloria Estefan.
What is my cardboard box?
Yeah, right. So why do I need to learn it? So I can communicate with homeless people? Guys in bad T-shirts?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a little angry.
They were, well, if you learn Spanish, you can do business in other countries. Yeah, I want to do business in Mexico.
Who had the coffee and the hamburger?
Yeah.
The other thing was they always told you that you could get a job as a translator at the UN.
Yeah.
Well, many businesses need Spanish-speaking bilingual people.
Yeah, sure.
I've never seen that on a
coffee
job.
shops.
I've never seen that on a job application.
Could you translate that
You
menu?
know what? You can be a teller in a bank.
Right.
See? Turkey sandwich.
Yeah. I need to learn Spanish. I don't know one guy in Spanish that I would even need to speak to. It's a totally farcical class.
Can I go on with the news instead of you?
Let me take a break and then you can go on
having
with
this,
it. Well, you brought it up.
bit about high school.
Hate high school. The worst.
It was a lot of fun.
Long division in my sense.
I didn't want to mess my paper.
When I cross this sill, I do long division and français.
Squiggly marks on mine.
Just because you liked it.
I had a class, a French class, once, and they got us up and they had us all read a passage and they split us. The people who could read the passage went on one side, the people who couldn't read went on the other. And we were all so proud of ourselves because we could read this passage.
Is this news? All right, thank you.
And then they marched us all right into another class where nobody spoke English.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Miss Goody Two-Shoes back then.
I bet you Robin's got a whole collection of ribbons and documents. You know, Robin was perfect attendance.
Well, when you read Robin's book, you'll understand why she was perfect in school. Seriously, there's a good explanation for it.
Yes, I had a letter.
She wanted to be in school because she hated her house so much, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
See, I know everything about Robin. I've read the book.
Could I please have detention today?
Yeah, right. It was like that.
I was excellent at detention.
Right.
You weren't one of those.
You were Robin. You'd stay at school and learn.
Robin, you weren't one of those people that went to like band at 7 in the morning and
she would go anywhere that wasn't home. Anywhere that wasn't home, she was there.
It was Glee Club, but I was there.
Oh, you nerd.
I've read the Robin Quiver story, so I know. All right, let me take a break and we'll be back right after these words.
Here's Howard.
Now, where's Robin? Keeping this show together, very difficult.
Long division.
Long division. Oh, there she is.
What?
I was wondering where you were.
Well, I'm too smart to do this show.
Yeah,
I quit.
you were doing long division. What do you got over there?
Well, seems here that a new survey has found that doctors at many of the teaching hospitals learn techniques by practicing on people who have just died. But they rarely ask the patient's family for permission. So this is what could be happening to your relatives if they slip away while in the hospital. Yeah, they might go in and do some experiments on them.
And that's not right. That is not right. They better not do that to me.
You better get your body out of there pretty quick.
It's so embarrassing. I know, and they'll all be staring at my little penis. I know when I die it's going to look even smaller than it normally is. It never ends.
Even after you die.
Even after you die, people are doing stuff to your body.
The humiliation continues.
Yeah, oh, God. Oh.
They say they don't ask because the family's already in such a state. It would be an additional trauma, so they just go ahead and do the experiments
That's
anyway.
Right. I just know that, like, I'll be dead and a bunch of medical students will pull down the sheet and they'll be laughing at my penis. Because, I know guys who went to medical school, obviously, drinking beer.
Yeah, people used to go into those rooms and have parties.
I'll finally get that nose job, some guy will work on it. Hey, but let's make his nose into the shape of a penis.
Long after it's no good to you at all.
You're right. And that's why I'm not allowing any... I never signed that thing that they can do medical experiments on you.
Yeah, that thing on your driver's license that says you're donating anything, huh?
Yeah, that's for people who are homeless.
They don't have driver's licenses,
Well,
do
they have something. Because that's what ends up in there.
We have a hero, at least a guy from our area. Hicksville, Long Island guy is a hero today. He's in the hospital trying to recover from his heroics. You were a hero last week.
Right.
This guy actually took a bullet. I think that's a little more heroic.
No, let's not argue who is more heroic. It's just an act of heroism like mine. Go ahead.
Very well, Howard. A brave college student. There was this hostage situation that happened up in Albany at one of the SUNY schools.
SUNY schools?
State University of New York schools. It was about 9:15 in the morning. There was a class in some kind of, I guess it was in Greece, a Greek class or something.
Greek class.
Something about Greece. And this kid who had been smoking crack, 26 years old. He's not such a kid, but he was another student in the class.
Why are all these students 26 years old? Basil's 27.
27 years old, just graduating.
He's supposed to be married with 12 kids at 27.
Maybe this guy did a little time in jail, too, before he went to college.
Who knows?
But he was smoking some crack and decided all of a sudden to just jump up and brandish a gun, and he used some fire hose tubing to lock everybody into the classroom. And he then started screaming some weird demands about seeing the Governor Cuomo, and Bill Clinton, and he kept saying that there was a microchip in his brain.
That's a common thing.
Problem.
I get a lot of letters from mental people.
Uh-huh.
And they all tell me there's a microchip in their brain. I mean, that's like a common wackiness. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
How many letters do we get with guys who say that they have a microchip in their head?
And they're being controlled by the government.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like they all get the same idea. Their wackiness is uniform.
I don't know why that is.
That's a type of wackiness.
Did you ever think that it's like that movie, I can't remember the name of it, but where Kevin McCarthy goes running into this hospital and he's screaming, they're here, and they're coming to get us?
Except he really was for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that's going on since everybody has the same story?
No.
Well,
you know what's weird is Fred really does have one. That's how I control him.
He has a microchip?
Yeah, put it in Hartford. I did. He's from Mars.
Well, anyway,
he's the man from Mars.
This guy took about
A position.
26 people hostage, and the police say he had enough ammunition to take out every student in the classroom.
Wow.
And, the police were they were negotiating with him, and they had gotten him to release, I think, a professor and a few students in order to get messages from him.
Did the hero say he was inspired by me?
No, he didn't.
Oh, too bad.
But at some point, they said that the guy had targeted this guy, Jason McEnany.
McEnany.
McEnany as a possible guy to either try to escape or give him a problem, and he told him that, if he tried to do anything, that he'd blow his head off. And at some point, after being in this room for 2 hours, McEnany thought he saw his opening, and he jumped the guy and wrestled with him. The guy got 4 shots off, and one of them hit him in the lower abdomen. That's not funny, Jackie.
I guess that wasn't his opening.
So he's in the hospital now. I think he's in critical condition, but...
Wow. A brave guy.
A hero, just the same. Saved all the other people.
It's a good way to get out of your student loan.
He was on his way home for Christmas, he was finishing up a class.
That's sad. A lot of kooks out there. Right, Fred?
He's a man from Mars on Earth to take a look. He can read your mind just like an open book. Yeah. He's a man from Mars and he's extremely clever. Brilliant but kind in every endeavor.
Only song I know with Endeavor in it.
Endeavor. Took me a while to figure out what they were singing.
Yeah. And what else is in the news?
O.J. Simpson, of course, is still in the news. They're still arguing in court as to whether there is some kind of privilege situation when O.J. Simpson is talking to Roosevelt Grier. They say
there is none.
That O.J. yelled out something incriminating to Rosie Grier one day when he was visiting, and some prison guards overheard it. Now they're arguing in court as to whether it's admissible as evidence because he was talking to Rosie, who is a minister.
Oh, for God's sake. That's no minister. That's the man with 2 heads. This guy played football. Now he's a minister. Let me tell you something. If he's a minister, a man of God, the man who was at Robert Kennedy's side when he was assassinated and tackled Sirhan, he's the man who should step forward and say, hey, this is what O.J. told me. The man murdered 2 people. If he has proof like that, then he should come forward and say it. Protect the community, not O.J. O.J. You think? What do you think? There's an oath that says if someone confesses murder to you, you have to keep quiet about it?
I don't know why Rosie would want to.
Rosie.
Do we know
if Rosie's a minister, Jackie's a rabbi.
Oi.
What? No, not Oi. What?
Do we know what he supposedly said? I've never heard that yet. Does anybody
What
Supposedly
O.J. said, he supposedly
incriminating.
blurted out a confession.
Right. He said, I did it. Of course he did it. I believe me, I don't need Roosevelt Greer to tell me O.J. did it. But...
Remember a couple of weeks ago I told you everybody went to the jailhouse to see where O.J. had his visitation rights and so forth?
Yes.
It was to see whether if O.J. was yelling, it could be heard by guards standing away from him.
And could it be heard?
Sure. Yeah, there's
Yes.
only a glass. It doesn't go all the way up to the
And
top.
Judge Ito had to go there himself. Can you
Right.
imagine? Like, no one else could check that out for him.
Yeah, he has to make a big production
Yeah,
of going there.
yeah,
He couldn't
yeah,
just go.
Yeah.
But
What
anyway,
a goof. This whole trial's a goof. Roosevelt
yesterday,
Greer is a
in
minister.
Some of the testimony, a deputy sheriff from Los Angeles County took the stand. His name is Jeff Stewart, and here's a little bit of what he had to say.
I saw Mr. Simpson still sitting in the position that he was. The phone was on the counter, and his fist was sitting on the counter inside the visiting area, and he appeared to be quite upset. Mr. Simpson appeared to be crying. He appeared very upset.
Hey, you know, and this Roosevelt, I saw Roosevelt Greer sitting on the stand refusing to answer questions. I saw him sitting there with that big smug look of his, with the goatee. The ugliest facial hair I ever saw. Sitting there all smug. Minister Roosevelt Greer. Can you imagine? He's now a preacher. What is it, though? Every black guy now is a preacher. I have not met one black man who's not a preacher.
I say throw him in jail, too.
Throw Roosevelt Greer in jail, throw O.J. in jail, throw A.C. Cowlings in jail, throw Shapiro in jail, throw them all in jail.
Nobody wants to testify in this
Yeah, let
case.
somebody come out.
If he's so innocent, why don't they all testify?
And if I was on trial, the whole world would be testifying. Ellen DeGeneres, Paula Poundstone, Gary Shandling,
We'd have too many
Chevy
witnesses.
Chase, anybody.
Too many witnesses.
Yeah, right. Everyone would be Jackie Marlowe. Everyone would step forward. Yeah, he did it all right.
Turning state's evidence.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Martling, do you want payment in return for that? No, I'm just happy to do it.
I just want to tell my story.
Yeah. Tell you, there's two truths I know now. Every black guy is a preacher, and every actor is a director. I've learned that from my filmmaking experience.
They also say, Howard, here's Johnny Cochran, who's one of O.J.'s attorneys. He is very upset
Johnny Cochran.
that the press has been reporting that O.J. is getting special privileges, and he makes these comments about the visiting area.
Special treatment is we're put in a room where the bailiffs could stand right behind and listen. That's the special treatment, and it's outrageous.
He's upset that
He talks
O.J. could have been heard. O.J. should have special visiting areas where he can't be overheard by guards. If he's going to blurt out confessions, they don't want anybody hearing them.
By the way, they interviewed him in O.J.'s hot tub. He's probably got that now as payment. O.J., you run out of money, but I see here you got a hot tub.
They're bartering now.
I could use that myself, so I would just go over and use the hot tub and conduct my business from there.
Did you see a couple of weeks ago, was it A.C. Cowlings' Ford Bronco they were auctioning off?
Well, they were auctioning off the Ford Bronco, but it wasn't A.C. Cowlings.
It wasn't?
I thought the Ford Bronco belonged to O.J.
No, there were two. The day that he was running down the road and they had the low-speed chase with the police, that was A.C. Cowlings' Ford
was
Bronco.
it?
Yeah.
They're identical.
Because O.J.'s was impounded.
Oh, that's right. Now, AC, we're going to have to use your white Bronco. Imagine they had the same car even.
Yes.
Talk about a-hole buddies. God. Now, it's amazing that we got the same car. And look at this. See, the only difference is my car's full of blood and yours isn't.
Well, let's bloody up your car.
Yeah, then no one will know.
But yeah, I thought that was being auctioned off, and they were asking for like $200,000 or something. And I don't know if the auction has been held. I don't know what the car got, if they auctioned it.
Throw them all in jail, everybody. Anyone associated with this case. I'm not kidding. When people know something, they got to come forward and say it. 2 people are dead. What's this Roosevelt Greer? Now he's a minister. Like a minister. A minister what? What is he, a lawyer? Is he O.J.'s lawyer? No, he's a minister. The guy blurts out a confession to you. That's it. The case is over. Save the taxpayers some money.
One thing you can say about O.J., he knows who to confess to. Look
He sure
at
does.
He's stonewalling.
I know me. I'll be in prison. I'll go, Jackie comes to me. Jackie, listen, I did it. I made a mistake. Hey, guys, come over here. Wait.
Hard copy.
Hard copy. Hello? Is this hard copy?
Yes, who is this?
Jackie Martley. I'm just with Howard Stern. He made a full confession.
How much will you pay for a full confession? They also say that prosecutors got a hold of a safety deposit box.
Oh, yeah?
That was owned by Nicole Simpson, and they got the door open, and what they found inside, allegedly, were photos she had taken of her injuries after she had been battered by O.J.
I thought they found, like, Nicole's head in there.
Her head was still attached, even though it was just hanging by a thread.
Imagine they open up O.J.'s safe deposit box and they find Nicole's head in there. And a couple of fingers. That would be the end of the case.
So that case continues. They're still having pre-trial hearings to determine whether Roosevelt Greer is entitled to the privilege of not telling what O.J. says to him.
He's a big fat football player who got a lucky break and got into one of the best movies ever made, The Man with Two Heads.
Whether the defense can hold hearings as to the admissibility of DNA evidence during the trial.
If I had any brains, I'd do a remake of that.
The Man with Two Heads?
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with O.J. That will continue. The jury has been told to report back to the court on January 4th, and that's probably when the trial will start. Meanwhile...
You know what they ought to do? They ought to send a copy of that movie to Judge Ito.
The Man with Two Heads?
And say, now, you tell me, is he a minister or a bad actor? Let me take a break, Robin. We'll continue.
Okay.
How'd you like that jamming I was just doing?
Was that you?
Yeah. Was that you? No, whatever. You get it.
Yes.
But then it sound like the song, though?
Can I go on with the news?
What?
Do I have to tell you that you play good before I go on with the news?
Can I just play you one song I'm working on?
All right.
It's a new song of mine. It's very, very heavy,
When
though.
did you work on this one?
This I've been developing for the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
This is called I Suck. You get it?
Yeah.
Here's a song about long division.
Oh, wow.
I wrote this while you were talking about it before. All right, go ahead. What?
Can I go on?
All right, I'm going to unplug this.
I thought it didn't have to be plugged in.
But Jackie wants to hear more.
Yeah, let him hear that. Give him some feedback.
There you go, dude.
Play over the news, Jackie.
Play over the news. No, Robin doesn't dig that. I'm trying to be an innovator. She's very conventional. Go ahead, Robin.
You have a very punk feeling.
Don't I, though? I'm onto something. You know, if that was the guy from Nirvana, everyone would be screaming how brilliant it was.
She'd be thrilled.
Yeah. Girls would be on top of me. Robin would be throwing things at me.
I'd be throwing myself.
Yeah.
Darryl Strawberry has an interesting defense. I think he can win. He was in court yesterday saying that he was not guilty of trying to evade about $500,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
He said that his problems stem from the lies told to the IRS by Meade Chasky, a federal informant who was in the baseball card business. Darryl told the Daily News that, you know who the real criminal is here? The fat guy.
Yeah.
Meade is about 5'10" and weighs over 300 pounds. Darryl says this guy forged his name on items and then lied to the feds.
Yeah, well, how come Darryl ended up with a couple of $100,000 in cash and didn't pay taxes on it?
Oh, no, he declared that part.
Oh, sure.
We'll see. If this is true, I think Darryl has a strong case.
Deny. That's my rule of thumb. Always deny.
At least he has a story. Some people come into court, they don't even have a story. Now, speaking of stories, Colin Ferguson, the man who was accused of shooting up the Long Island Railroad on December 7th last year.
Yeah.
He now wants the courts to pay for a private detective to go out and find out who the real killer is.
Oh! Pay me, I'll find out. I got a good idea who it is.
Here's a guy who told police, according to the Nassau County Police Department, that he went onto the train, pulled out a gun, and started firing. Didn't fire at anybody in particular, just shot at anybody he saw, and then stopped firing after shooting off 2 entire rounds of ammunition because he had left the rest of his ammo back at his seat. And he was going back to get it when he was jumped by other passengers and subdued. But now he wants us to go pay to find the real killer.
Pay me. You can pay me by the hour. It'll cost you 5 cents. I can tell you exactly who did it.
It's amazing. The judge says he'll rule on that request later.
Yeah, that should be a tough ruling. Make me the judge in that case.
Amazing.
I'd love to be in the room while that guy defends himself.
Why does the judge have to rule on that later?
Because
he needs
time to think about it. Well, he wants to act like he's doing something. There's nothing to do. The guy's guilty.
What, is he going to pretend he's pretending that he's taking this guy seriously?
You're not. Well, you have to do it.
But he's got to. That's part of being a judge.
Otherwise,
the judge is handling it properly. He's got to pretend like... You see, in other words, he knows the guy's nuts, but they don't want to say he's nuts, because if they say he's nuts, then he doesn't have to go to jail.
So they have to consider everything
he says
as if they really have to go look up the precedent in the law book.
Colin Ferguson thinks he's running the O.J. trial. You know.
Here's an interesting way to get out of a crime as well. Up in Binghamton, a man who police had arrested was about to be fingerprinted. You know how they lock you up and they take your picture and then they fingerprint you? They were watching him on a video screen. You know, one of the deputies there. He's sitting there watching the guy, and he thought he was biting his nails. But when they came to get him out of the cell to fingerprint him, he had chewed off the skin.
Oh, wow.
10 fingers.
Wow.
So that he couldn't be fingerprinted.
Oh. You just cut off your fingers.
Isn't that incredible?
Wow. He chewed off his own fingers.
Chewed off the skin.
Oh. Wow. That takes incredible amount of stupidity. Wow. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, they think he's a guy who violated his parole in Virginia.
That's a tough guy. That's a guy who should go to get the death sentence. That's not a guy...
I don't think you want him walking around on the street.
No, that's a desperate man. Chewing your own fingers off so you don't have to get fingerprinted.
So right now it worked, though. He's still unidentified.
I know a guy who cut his own feet off, but never chewed his own fingers.
That is amazing.
Oh, we have tape of the guy chewing his fingers off.
I think he's having a good time. It sounds real good. That really is incredible.
Sounds like Jackie Marlowe after he smokes one of Willie Nelson's joints.
Jackie was really quite impressed yesterday with Willie's ability to roll a joint.
Right.
Just imagine being this family. A young girl, 20 years old, an honor student. She was killed by in a car accident involving a drunk driver.
Mm-hmm.
They had the funeral. She was buried. And then they go to the burial site, and someone has snatched her body from the grave.
Wow.
That happened down in Dallas.
And what do you think? It was just some
They don't know
pervert?
yet. Now they're doing an investigation to try to figure out what's going on. The explanations range from the occult to an obsessed admirer.
It never ends. It never ends. You finally die. As the great late Sam Kinison said, you finally die.
Oh.
They're laying you to rest, and somebody takes you and starts doing weird stuff to your body. Sam, of course, referring to the gay funeral parlor executive who would make love to his cadavers. Life is over. I'm going to be with Jesus now.
Going to my final resting place.
Going to my final resting place. Things are going to be okay now. You know, all the pain of the material world is gone.
It's over. No more struggling.
I'm incredibly peaceful. Wait a second. What's this? Wait, I'm being rolled over. Wait, my buttocks is being spread apart by a gay funeral guy. And then, of course, the ultimate humiliation.
Oh! 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 It never ends! It never ends! Oh! Oh!
Right. Funeral director would say goodbye in his own special way. Wow. Grr.
Terrible, I think. That's terrible for the family. I see here that the artist formerly known as Prince was in town.
Right.
Has a little trouble now that nobody knows how to pronounce his name.
This guy is such an a-hole, Prince.
It's in page 6 today that he was at some club the other night, and his bodyguard went over to the doorman to try to get Prince in, only he couldn't say who it was. He says, I got a big celebrity out there in the car.
And the guy at the door said, who is it?
Yeah, and then he just sort of tried to make hand signals.
To
Because
spell out.
there's no way to say this guy's name anymore.
You know, this guy Prince is a sadist.
And I guess the people who work for him
Have
can't say Prince.
Right. It's a big game. You know what it is? When you get so much money, you get so much fame and so much power. I guess some guys just want to bust balls.
Yes, well, he's had that short man syndrome.
Yeah.
The whole time he's been in
Yeah, I'm
show.
sure a bodyguard is going to go to the door and go, I have a big celebrity in the car. Well, who is it? Okay. It's... And you start making hand signals.
So finally the doorman guessed it was Prince.
After 20 minutes.
And they let him inside with his entourage. And some woman in the club started screaming, oh, it's Prince, it's Prince. And he just said to her, my name is not Prince.
And then he did the hand signal.
He just doesn't tell you what his name is. It's not
I
Prince.
have someone very famous in the car. It's... Oh, is it the Wizard of Oz? No.
Marley Maitland?
Marley Maitland? Someone who's deaf? That's weird.
Very
And I guess even, I guess Prince somehow finds out if you told the bodyguard it's Prince.
Yeah.
You're fired. The guy needs the job, probably has a couple of kids.
So he has to go along with this man.
Yeah. It's like, this is madness. I got Prince in the car, and I got to do hand signals. Try and spell out his name.
With enough money, you can get people to go along with anything.
No, you don't understand what I have in the car. I have... Oh, do you have Wink Martindale from Tic-Tac-Toe? Are you trying to do a tic-tac-toe board? No, I have this guy in the car.
What is this, charades?
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
doing
like
charades. Do you have the Karate Kid in the car?
Mr. Long Division.
Mr. Long Division.
Eddie Murphy's probably home going, damn, why didn't I think of that? I could have busted a whole bunch of people's
Prince
balls.
has been coming up with the cool things to do for years.
Yeah.
He was the first one who went to an award show and said, I can't have anybody look at me.
Yeah. It's
So
great.
put me in a place where nobody will look at me.
Right. I'm a schmuck. I finally got a little bit famous. I have to put up obstacles so I don't have Fred looking at me. I should just tell him not to look at me. I'm stupid.
On the talk show today on Sally, husbands having an affair with their babysitters.
Boy, we've had that on a lot.
Yeah, she must have gotten that from us.
Yeah.
Geraldo has his celebrity news show today where he has all the gossip columnists on.
He basically has Mike Walker from the National Enquirer on to tell everything that's in the Enquirer.
Oprah
Good idea.
Winfrey deals with how kids are affected when their mothers are in jail.
Oh, great. I'll give you the answer. They're really happy. Probably those mothers, they are happy. Yeah.
On Maury today.
Maury. He's still on?
Yep. Leaving a marriage for a gay relationship. That should be fun.
Jackie, you should watch that. Oh, I'm sorry. Very good.
Donahue conceding defeat, I suppose. Holiday celebration tips.
Yeah, Donahue almost just doesn't even try anymore. You know, you got the Jenny Jones show with Martians on radio upset that their new theme song is on the radio, something like that. I don't know. And then you got Donahue, Christmas tips. You know, lesbians who hunt wolves. You know, on Ricky Lake. And then,
Why doesn't he just go dark?
Yeah. Why doesn't he just give up already? Go home. Go home to Marla. Stare at her.
Fun in the supermarket.
Yeah. Fun in the supermarket. Yeah, sure. Got people who, you know, women with their pimps. I'm going to watch you with fun in the supermarket? Who's producing that show? Very good, Robin.
They
Thank
don't
you.
have the hunger anymore. They don't have Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, there's no fire in their bellies. All right, very good. I just want to remind you to watch our E-show, of course. Jackie Jokeman Martling has some exciting news. He has his Wild Comedy CD and cassette, which is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Holiday special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING.
Oh.
Do you still sell the cassette? Because I like the cassette.
I know. Tell them what.
Oh, I like the cassette. I can record over it when I'm done with it. The CD, I can't.
The videos are good, too.
The video's good, too.
Oh, I love it.
Scotch tape on the back because they have it punched out.
Why do you keep punching that out, Jack?
Yeah, why do you punch out on the videos?
Sorry. You know what annoys me?
What?
I have never seen Fred run in 10 years. The only time he runs is when he's over at the other carts and you start doing my plug. He runs back so he can get that stupid...
Wasn't it worth it?
And tomorrow night with Jake Thomas, it's Jackie, Catch a Rising Star in the Governor Morris Hotel. Congratulations on that, Jackie. That's a real move up.
The Governor Norris.
Yeah, in Morristown, New Jersey. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Congratulations on all those great things. No wonder you're so angry. Don't miss Stuttering John appearing in Tony and Tina's wedding. And to get a signed copy of Stuttering John's debut CD, call 201-942-OUCH. New Year's Eve, don't miss the hottest 70s dance party with Steve Gorilla at Expo. Hard to believe there's going to be something hot with Steve in it. But that'll be at 43rd Street between 6th and 7th Avenue. For more information, call 212-819-0377. And, of course, if you're planning a wedding or party and you need a disc jockey, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040 for all your holiday partying. All right, very good. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Robin.
Okie doke.
For the big Christmas party.
It's the last show of the year.
That's right. Any predictions? All right, we'll be back. I mean, tomorrow.
Ready, men? Contact! Contact!